No filter. It's strong. I feel like we should always restart the internet before these. What's everybody?
Oh boy.
No?
Welcome to Bonding Over Bourbon.
I'm Kat.
I'm Chris. Welcome. Thanks for joining us on another sleepy little Thursday night. At least it is over by us.
It's dark already.
Yeah.
I hate it.
The Midwest winters are finally setting in, and they're probably my least favorite part about living in the Midwest. It just feels so sad.
And driving through the Midwest. That's like the most boring drive ever. Like once you get southern, like what is it? Past like 80 and you're just like, "Oh my god. How long is this state?"
Yeah, absolutely. Going through Indiana definitely feels like some of the longest traveling possible, but that's because it's mostly like open roads and corn, soybeans.
I haven't taken you through Iowa. Iowa is even more boring.
I keep asking.
Do you?
Yes. How many times have I been like, let's go to Cedar Ridge? And you're like, that's a drive.
It is a drive.
I mean, we basically drive for a hobby.
What?
On that note, hi everyone.
Hello.
Let us know what you're drinking tonight. The theme of today is bottle kill. So, as you know, it's allocation season. We are going to be clearing through some of our stock that we just have weird amount left. Maybe like a half a pour and a half. One of these might be about 4 ounces. I don't know.
Oh no.
But these are things that either we've stopped drinking or we just, for whatever reason, couldn't justify finishing it because we couldn't find a backup.
Yeah.
And as you know, ADHD sometimes struggles with finishing things. We're really good at opening up bottles and finding them, not so good at finishing them if we can't find a backup.
Or opening them and then reviewing them. That's another thing where we're like, this is fun. We opened it. It's not fun anymore.
Or reviewing it and then having like 8 different reviews stockpiled that I need to edit. So what we're saying is we have a bunch of content in the pipeline. The problem is finding time to do it because I do all the video editing.
Or finding the willpower to do it.
Yeah, sometimes it's one and the same. You get like an extra hour or 2 here or there where you can spend it to do something else. I mean, we basically dedicate all of our extra time to making this content, so it doesn't always work out the way that we want it to, but that's a little glimpse at our lives. I think I have like 2 dedicated days off a month. It's a lot.
I think you have more than I do.
Yeah.
I have 0 dedicated days
Well,
off.
you have the same dedicated days off that I do.
What are those?
The same 2 days a month we're not live streaming. But yeah, so that's just a little peek at what we usually have going on. Today is going to be a great live stream. We do have a very special guest that we have a really great rapport with this guy. We really like him. Kutless High Proof. Couldn't say nicer things about him. Just super easy to talk to, easy to work with, makes good content, comes up to our area every once in a while.
Yeah.
He does have like some family connections up here, so we're always happy to see him. And we've always wanted him on a video, but we thought it was going to be bourbon hunting. Remote works just as well, and we basically get to do some virtual pours with a good buddy of ours.
That's one thing we learned from the pandemic. Like, you do your work as well remote as in office.
Yeah, especially with a drink in hand. So let's catch up with the chat here. We got Night Method. Happy to see you. Thank you for dropping by. We got our good buddy Chad here.
Hi, Chad.
Always a pleasure to see you. Cedar Ridge is a great brand. We do have the cask strength somewhere here. There it is.
Boom.
Barrel proof. I think we have another one maybe in our storage as well.
I think so. That one you're like medium about?
Yeah, I think batch 4 is the one that I like the most.
Batch 4 was amazing. And you killed that bottle so quickly.
Illinois is in fact horrible going top to bottom. It's even worse going from bottom to top.
I would say California is worse when it comes to construction, but it's gorgeous, especially if you go down like the coast. It's really, really cool.
So I have a theory that the reason why California is the worst to travel through is because of the what I call expressway entitlement, where like there's this cross check of like, well, surely they'll let me in, and then everyone tries to do it at the same time, and then nobody can move on the expressway.
That you're just reminding me of I-94, which is the worst highway it ever made. No one knows how to merge on there. When you let them merge, they're just like, I'm also gonna slow down. It's awful.
That's funny. Well, not funny, but that is kind of comical.
Every time I go on it, I want to die.
Chad's drinking Rock Castle Batch 18. That's the goat of all the Rock Castles that we've tried so far. We do have a couple of vintage ones back there, but we're gonna open them up another time. Then we got Porky Prankster here.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. New Orleans, Beautiful and the Damned. Very nice. We haven't tried that one yet. We got Kevin. How's it going? Always happy to see you here. Just poured the last of Johnny Drum. Man, we haven't had Johnny Drum in a long time.
That's true. We haven't bought a lot of Willet in a while.
Yeah. We also got Big E. We haven't seen you since our Jepson's event. Happy to see you in here. So glad you could make it.
We have another, not Jepson's pick, another pick with D&D coming up very soon.
Yeah, Joseph Magnus. We got Josh. Josh is sipping Rocktown Toasted. I'm actually interested to try the Toasted. We do have the single barrel strength, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
It is good.
Has some marshmallowy kind of undertone. So if there's a Toasted release, especially if it's barrel proof, I'm 100% about it.
I did see SLB just put out a Rocktown video as well. I'm interested to check that one out.
Cedar Ridge barrel proof is good. Tasted like kind of scotchy to me. Yeah, the batches definitely vary.
Yes.
This one behind us does have a lot of that like malty Scotch undertone, which I can take or leave depending on my palate for the day. But the one that we had before, the batch 4, was crazy. Or maybe it was batch 9. Whichever the batch was. It was, we did a video about it earlier in the year, or it was late last year. That was a killer good value bottle. We got Coastal Highway is great, but it's also so long. Yup. Also, welcome MD Kinney, VIP. Happy to see you in here, Darren.
Hello,
cheers.
Darren.
We got CJ.
Aw, such a nice, that's my favorite compliment. If you ever want to give me a compliment, like say something about my hair.
It's true. When we first started dating, she's like, if you want to win me over, all you have to do is be nice to me and compliment my hair. So I just choose to compliment her hair.
Get out of here. Chris and I both got haircuts today.
Yeah. Mine is not as long. I shaved off all the length, but I didn't get to style it before this, so I figured it's hat time.
Yeah. All night. I hate like going to get your hair done and all night your hair is just a weird spot. So you'll see me touching my bangs a lot. Just a heads up.
That reminded me of Lily from Longman.
Oh, just like all night. Like, is it in place?
Nick, let us know what you think of the Rock Castle batch. I'm very curious to see what you think about it. We got Drinking the Hogsworth 15. Very nice.
Nice. I think we have ours down here.
Yeah. It is right under you. 100 proof for the Toasted. Got it from Riverton. Riverton's throwing out some heat right now. They have a huge Pappy allocation at the moment. So that is St. Charles. They're blending out of St. Charles right now. So it's really interesting stuff. It is going to have a lot of that classic MGP flavor profile, especially if it has a higher rye content. You're going to get that like floral kind of like peppercorn, touch cilantro kind of undertone, or at least that's what I usually get from it. Maybe not cilantro, coriander.
I don't know if I get cilantro or coriander. I do get a lot of pepperiness. Maybe just like some herbaceousness. That's a hard word to say.
You know, tell people I actually am nice to you.
Sometimes.
We just do this bit. I pretend I can't read. She intentionally does cringy jokes because she finds them funny. And I'm just like, please don't do this to our audience. We got B. Willis.
Hello.
New York has one of the worst stretches of highway ever across the Cross Bronx Expressway. We've taken that trip.
We do not envy New York at all.
Yeah, definitely not. That's why when when I talked to you about where you live and how you bourbon hunt, I was like, Jesus, that's a lot of travel. I definitely don't envy you. Made myself a flight. Bardstown. What's M&D? Oh, Mash and Drum.
Mash and Drum, yeah.
Boorah Mash and Drum. 12 bottle rye infinity barrel. Very nice. Dark Arts bottles and Bond. Arts bottle. You know, saving old bottles that have a nice aesthetic to it is really good because they have a lot more use than just to drink what was already inside of it.
Totally.
We've saved the old Fitz decanters.
It's such a good one.
Yeah, and then we'll just turn that into either a backup if we have like a handle of something. We'll just like split it into the decanter and then drink whatever's left in the actual bottle.
Or if you want to like decant bad whiskey.
Or higher proof whiskey.
Or higher proof.
Like if you put Benchmark full proof in a decanter, it really takes all the bite off of it. And then it's just like caramel with a little bit of rye spice. It's very good stuff. And then we got Thomas Anderson. Just got home from getting a Dragon's Milk toasted single barrel bottle and an Eagle Rare store pick. That's a good haul. That's a good one. We got 1906 Chill. Thanks for joining us. We got Farrell. What's up? Happy to see you in here.
Farrell 2.
Performing one of two suggestions from Candace. Thank you. I wasn't told it was a conjoined statement. I thought it just gets me bonus points. Yours looks good too, man. You guys are looking spiffy. Appreciate you. Whiskey Thief Weeded Bourbon in the Glen. Very nice. We actually haven't tried anything from them yet.
Yeah. I also got this dope ass shirt from Abercrombie too. It's like the old style Jack Daniel's shirt.
Yeah, for the what is that? The Heritage #1?
Yeah.
Or, sorry, Legacy #1.
I saw it pop up and I was like, I am buying that right now.
Yeah, we got our good buddy Wesley here. We got a couple more people. I think we're caught up. Yep, that's everyone.
And we're good. Let's sign off.
Yeah, that's it. Good night, guys.
I wish I did like the elevator, like boop, boop. Go faster. Go faster.
I'm stuck. All right. Jokes aside, let's get some Glens. It's time to move towards our bottle kill.
Okay.
Also, Gio makes a really good point. 42 people and only 10 likes. What are we in a like pandemic?
Yeah, come on. Hit that like button.
Yeah, any likes that you give us help give us a little bit more range with this video, expose us to more people, lets them know that, or lets the algorithm know what kind of content we give, that people actually enjoy it, that you have a good time with us, and then we can spread the wealth and love a little bit further. Do more giveaways. We also should talk about our giveaway we're doing next month.
Oh, it's so good.
We got a juicy one coming up.
It's so good.
So because holidays fall on Thursdays for both this month and next month, we're not going to be doing a dual live stream for those months. So we'll just be doing one. I mean, obviously the one today, and then I think the other one is the 12th. Does that sound right?
11th.
But we're going to be doing a Christmas time giveaway.
No, it's the 4th. I'm sorry.
What? No.
I know
11th.
how.
I have it on the calendar. The 11th.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Anyways, we are doing an Aged in Ore giveaway. So we're going to have multiple different packages to give away. You're definitely not going to want to miss this one. We have bottle flight kits. We have neat traveler kits that come with both a 2-ounce bottle, the glass, and a protective case. We have a large bag. We have the smaller bag.
Yeah.
And I think we have a couple of other things too.
There's some goodies stashed in there.
I think we have the XL flight bottles too, maybe.
I think so.
We bought so much stuff at a local warehouse sale that we decided we just got to give some of it away. So you're definitely going to want to tune in to our next live stream, which is going to be December 11th. All right. Should we welcome our guest in here?
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
All right. Let me get rid of this comment. And we're going to introduce our good buddy, Kutless High Proof. All right, Kutless, you're live. You're on stage.
Hey, Kutless.
Hi, guys. All right. How's everybody doing?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
What's the first pour that you have for our bottle kill tonight?
Starting off real slow. This was a gift to me from Vic, the Whiskey Panda, Buffalo Trace Store Pick 375.
Ooh,
Nice.
Okay.
Well, we'll match that same energy. We did have something else
Toe-to-toe.
lined up for the first one, but we're doing a regular Buffalo Trace bottle, and
We'll share it.
we'll just share the glass here. That's almost a full pour.
It's a good one and a half, one.
Yeah,
You know?
one. Standard measurement.
Oh yeah, bottle kill it.
Let's see. Can I be fancy today? There we go. I fear for that in about 2 minutes. Yep, that's exactly why I fear for it.
My cat instincts want to just like knock it off.
Yeah, she was appropriately named at birth. So Kutlass, for those of our viewers that aren't familiar with who you are or what you do, whether in life or on YouTube, give us a little rundown of who Kutlass is.
All right, my name is Robert. Live in Northwest Mississippi, just outside of Memphis. So a lot of my hunts are either going to be Memphis-based or the county that I'm living in, and I've done a few just south of me. Man, I am an educator, actually a school counselor right now. I've been in education for about 28 years now.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Nice. See, we knew that you were an educator, but I didn't know it was for that long. That's impressive.
So a mix of being a classroom teacher and school counselor. So,
Wow.
You have a lot more patience than either of us do, because being around that many kids requires virtue of patience.
Yes. 2 corgis already get on my nerve. I can't be around a bunch of children.
They're so whiny right now.
So how did you get into like hunting videos in general?
Man, I tell you, I had a group of guys that I worked at a cigar lounge, and I want to give a shout out to the lounge that I'm at now. Is Afterburner Cigar Lounge at 109G Patterson in Memphis. Veteran owned, great group of guys, but they would talk about bourbon all the time. And I mean, I knew a few bottles, but I really wasn't into it like that. And they would always talk about Blanton's and Eagle Rare and Weller Special Reserve. That's all I kept hearing. And so I really wanted to find those bottles. So I think that the hunt for trying to get those bottles was just exciting, just looking for them. So it just became a thing for me to try to find those bottles. And I think the craziest thing, I think I had about 6 or 7 Blantons and maybe 4 or 5 Eagle Rares, maybe 3 or 4 E.H. Taylor small batches, and couple Weller Special Reserve. And I just had them on the shelf. You know, drinking them never even crossed my mind, which was crazy. It was just a hunt. And I started watching some of the hunt videos. I think Bruzel may have been the first person that I really just saw hunt. And I thought that was really interesting. And I know a lot of people know Adam, who's Major Zero. He's in the Memphis area as well. So and I was like, hey, somebody in this area is doing that as well. So I was like, maybe I can do it too. So just went out and tried it a few times and been trying to fine tune it ever since.
Yeah, I think Major Zero also inspired us.
Oh, there's no maybe. He definitely did.
Where we're like, if this guy can go on YouTube and make videos and like have like a good following, and
Yeah. At that point in time, I think he was at like 5,000 subscribers. Or like, well, if this is all it takes, like we go out and bourbon hunt all the time, like maybe we can give our perspective. And then he definitely kind of like forced our hand a little bit, and we're like, we keep watching his videos, why aren't we putting out our own also? And you know, eventually it turned into all of this.
yeah
But yeah, That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel the itch of like the beginner tater wanting to hunt. That's how Chris and I started. We're like, okay, what can we go out and find ourselves?
Yeah. I think the first big bottle that we got was I grabbed Weller Special Reserve for you for Christmas. This little like bodega right down the street from us had Special Reserve sitting on the shelf, and I grabbed it for like 30-ish bucks, like $35. And then the next time that we went out together, we went to like a local chain out here, and we got Kentucky Owl Batch No. 1 rye.
Well, we went.
Well, I'm
together.
going to tell the other part of the story. So we went to get that, and then the guy, because it was like a pretty new store, the guy thought that he could kind of like do like okay, you want that? Let me add one more thing onto it. You're buying one expensive allocated bottle. Let's get you a second one. I'll give you Weller Antique for $50. And I was like, that's a pretty good deal. And then, you know, we thought about it. We're like, this is when our budget was like $200 was absurd and unheard of for us to buy.
Well, you were also unemployed at the time because of COVID.
I had gotten laid off right around that time. Hospitality was not nice to me during the pandemic. I got laid off 3 times. So this was like between time 1 and time 2.
And then, before I got my new job too. So I was making like nothing.
Yeah. But still, like $200 was still a lot for us for a bottle back then. Funny how quickly that changes the more you get into this type of content or just following bottles in general. And then we told the guy, like, no, like maybe we'll think about it. We'll come back another time. And then like she went back like 2 days later without telling me. And then just went there. Was like, hey, you offered me Weller Antique the other day. I'm going to take it now. And he's like, well, you know, you got it. He's like, nope. You offered it to me. I didn't buy it then. I have my receipt. Give it to me now.
I didn't say it like that.
No, but that was like the gist of it. I was just like, you already offered it to me. I changed my mind. I'm changing it again. Give me the bottle. And then we just kept like one-upping each other. It's like, oh, I got you this. Oh, I got you this. I was like, God damn it. I'm going to get you something nicer. And then it turned into, I don't even want to say the number of how many bottles we have.
We have none.
We have
all of this is fake.
We have 20 bottles.
Yeah,
and
that's it.
No more.
No floor whiskey.
All of this is CGI. You see this? That jiggle effect? Totally CGI.
Really advanced AI.
Yeah, we did have a couple other people join us in the chat here. I'm going to see if we can catch up real quick. We also got Little Old Fashioned.
Hello.
Always happy to see you in here. Love seeing fellow content creators support the collaboration between content creators. We got one of our good buddies, Stock Sucks, that you know from Discord. We got Treasure Fritz. We got Mauricio. What's up?
Hey, Mauricio.
Appreciate the nod here, Chad. You know, we grabbed so much stuff. Like when they opened the doors for the Aged in Ore warehouse, we were like, okay, what do we grab? And we saw so much of everything. They're like, do we just grab for us or do we grab for something else? Do we want to give this away? Like, is this a cool idea? So we just kept grabbing stuff until we couldn't fit it in our arms anymore. And the basket that they gave us was like pitiful.
Yeah, it was so sad.
It was like that big. And I was like, what am I going to fit in here? Like a flight kit and that's it. So we just started piling everything up in our hands like some sort of comical like Christmas movie. And we're just like, yeah, we'll just give it away.
I think it's also fun buying. I think it's more fun buying presents for other people than buying presents for yourself.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So you're like, I can't wait to give this away.
Yeah. And every time somebody's like your sister, like, what does Chris want for Christmas? I was like, I don't know. Like, I buy basically everything that I want. And most of it's alcohol. Not all of it. I buy a lot of technology, but those are the only things I would ask for. And I don't think Portland gets the kind of stuff that we want.
I would be surprised. They get like some cool like local brands and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. We could always ask.
There's Westward out there too.
Westward, yeah. I think Westland is California, Washington, somewhere on the coast.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think it's Washington. I believe so.
Washington,
right.
Yeah.
Nice. So, Kutlass, tell us what are some of the bottles that you've gotten recently that have been like some of your favorite surprise hits.
Oh man. Oh god. I picked up a Elisha Craig store pick from a store in Oxford, Mississippi. Um, that was really good, and it was the 94 proof, and it just turned out to be really good.
Nice.
I got a same store, a Rye 3 14-year American light whiskey,
Nice. Those are really good.
and a couple of bottles from a bourbon group I'm in, Bourbon Together. I got an Old Soul pick, and
Oh,
it is so good. I mean, it is crazy.
Old Soul is
And
doing such insanely delicious barrels right now.
Yeah, they
yeah,
are.
and OH Ingram. And that was my
Okay.
first time. And I kept hearing Dave Vogelsang. He talked about OH Ingram, and he had actually picked up a few bottles in Memphis, and he told me that they were good. And so when I saw that my group was going to do a pick, I said I would wait instead of getting it from the store here in Memphis. And I mean, and they call it birthday cake. And they
Oh,
gave it the right name. It is so freaking good.
that sounds insanely delicious.
Yeah, it does. For anybody that has mod privileges, would you mind putting Kutlass's YouTube link in the chat here?
Yeah, please do that. Yes.
Yeah, send love his way. If you're not following him yet, as you can see, very kind dude, very easy to talk to, very friendly. We've always loved, talking to you. We're always happy anytime we see you in the comments in our videos. We are really bad at watching videos when we're not making them, but every once in a while when you pop up in our notifications, I'm like, "Cut, let's put something out. Let's go look at it."
Yeah. I also like your expertise in cigars
Yes.
too, because I know zero about cigars, so it does help.
Yeah, I've been in, man, it's been maybe 7, 8 years now. Been into cigars. Like I said, I was at another shop in Memphis before, and that's where I actually met the owner of the lounge that I'm at now. And he decided to open up his own lounge, which is Afterburner Cigar Lounge. He's retired Air Force, so hence the name Afterburner. And a lot of the guys that were at the first shop, they come down there. They frequent it, like they're regulars there. And I have to say, I give a shout out to one of the guys, Todd. What's up, Noop? He's in the comments as well.
Nice.
So I mean, really good group of guys. But yeah, I was actually doing cigar reviews before I did the bourbon reviews.
Oh,
Me and the
nice.
manager, but I just never put it to YouTube. I liked watching the YouTube reviews of the cigars, and there was a guy in Memphis that did really great reviews. But then I think YouTube moved away from monetizing
Oh,
cigar
yeah.
reviews, so he stopped doing it.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It is weird about like certain categories where they just like stop monetizing you.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the idea. And like every once in a while, YouTube will do tricky things with like whiskey and bourbon content where for whatever reason, they'll randomly unsubscribe people and you have to subscribe again. Maybe they're bots. Maybe they mistook them for bots. They've never really been transparent about why they do that. But I mean, if they ever stop monetizing this, I mean, I imagine we'll maybe still put stuff out every once in a while for fun or like do live streams still. But like, it's at this point in time, it's unattainable to just do it for free. And we don't make a lot of money at all. But it is nice to get something to be like, oh, you had a crazy weekend. Here's $50, kid. Go do something fun.
That's true. Yeah. YouTube.
Ooh.
I feel like TikTok is even worse.
Been smoking cigars for 50 years.
Ooh.
You must have a crazy palate for cigars. And I'm definitely going to pick your brain at some point in time.
50, wow.
That's wild. He's probably seen the rise and fall of many brands.
I hope he's been smoking since like he was 5 years old.
Yeah, right.
He's just like 55 now, and he's like, I've seen every type of cigar.
Mom, give me some scotch. Yeah, that'd be good. So we did post the link up here for anyone that's interested in going to follow Kutless High Proof. There is the link information. Please show him some love. If you enjoy our content, you're definitely going to love his. And I mean, like I said, this has been a long time coming, so we're happy to have you on here.
I'm glad to get the invite, man.
Ever since my first tater bottle, my wallet still hasn't recovered yet.
Same.
Yeah, that's the trick. The first one breaks the seal. And once you break the seal, you can never get the water back inside of the dam.
I feel like we're never gonna have an emergency fund ever again. Every month I'm like, okay, this is the month that it's gonna be extreme savings. And then you're like, oh, and Tanager 2 is coming out, and this is coming out, and this. How about we go up to Milwaukee and grab this bottle? I'm like, okay.
And it's funny because she always brings up the conversation around like September. Like, we really need to tighten up the budget. And I'm like, are you insane? It's like, this is allocation season. This is the time that you take the suspenders off and you just let everything go.
Exactly.
Awesome. One of our subscribers just followed you. Big E's a great dude. We got to talk to him for a little bit at our Jepson's Pick release. Really, really great guy to have in your corner. Can't say enough nice things about him. And Big E, I'm hoping that we see you again at our next release.
Mm-hmm. It'll be fun.
Or one of our next releases. I do love this comment. Came out of the womb with the Churchill. That's great.
Just drinking champagne like first thing in the morning.
Or just coming out like Hemingway. He just has like a cigar in his mouth and he's like, I'll take a death in the afternoon, please.
There's someone on Instagram that I absolutely love. He eats like every famous politician. And he did Winston Churchill one day, and he was like,
that's unsustainable.
I wanted to die. He was like, after like my 5th bottle of champagne, I was ready to just like call it.
Yeah. You see this one? 2 Detlings hurt 550 in 5 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah. We love Detling, and we saw the opportunity to buy those bottles, but like, I don't know how many of you guys have followed the controversy about it, but supposedly he let a bottle leak on unicorn auctions first. There is some side chatter from other things that he said publicly that maybe he was like testing the threshold for what he could price his bottles at, which to me is a little not so great, a little suspicious.
But
at
at the same time, I feel like if Wild Turkey can put a bottle out for $350, why can't another brand do the same? So I don't know.
I support that argument, but like some people would argue like years in the industry, but I still think you're right. You know, the prices don't matter anymore. The bourbon hunting game is basically just whose line is it anyway, where the price doesn't matter and everybody wins every time you buy it. You're like, wow, this is great. That's great too. That's awesome. But, you know, I think there's very few exceptions to that. There are a couple of releases in the last year that I'm like, that's not worth the price point. Like Calumet 18.
Yeah, for
like,
$550.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
Too much.
I mean, there are some bottles that I've seen come out, and I'm like, man, I'm really excited about that. But when I see the price point, and I'm like, you know what? I don't have to have every bottle that comes out. You know, it's
Yeah.
good. I'm fine.
So,
I mean, I'm a fan of Detling. Some of the earlier stuff that had the, coffee note, I passed on. I mean, the store that in Oxford, it had bottles, I think they had about 8 picks that I passed on because I just didn't like that coffee note. They got one that had this chocolate note to it, and I snatched it up. But I'm not going to just grab a Detling just because the name Detling is on the bottle.
Exactly. No, I fully agree with that. Like, we had the chance to get Beacon over the weekend, and we've tried it already. We think it's very good. But like, when you just start looking at the prices where like the benchmark is like $300 to $350 every single release, at a certain point in time, you just got to say no. Yeah. And Beacon is great and phenomenal, but I don't think that I'm willing to spend $350 plus Chicago tax on it. I'd rather just know that I tried it and know that it's good and just be like, yeah, that was great. I can't wait to see what else they put out.
Yeah, 10% here. That's our tax.
Oh boy. And that moves us to this next topic here.
Oh,
Cheesy gold foil next year, hearing 400. You know, when it first came out, my thought was this is easily going to be $500.
yeah.
But if it's 400, we're really going to have to think about if we want that. So
I highly doubt we can get it.
So this leads me to the next topic. I don't think we talked about this one earlier either. What is your biggest regret for bottle that you passed on that you then later found out was amazing after you either tried it or saw a bunch of reviews? And while you're thinking about that, we're going to go to our next bottle kill, which is a medium flex. This is a Wild Turkey Austin Nichols from, I think it's 2003. This is only the 80 proof, so that's why it's not the full flex.
Rare Bird did help us with this one. We sent
Yeah, we did
an
send him
email.
I was just like, hey, like date codes. You're like the authority on it. Please let us know what this is. He's like, I don't know, 2003 maybe? So, there's a little more. I hope you like cork sediment.
I love it. I got a little in the other one. Oh yeah, there's so much cork in there.
You don't have to drink it all.
That's fine.
It's basically a vegetable. It's made out of trees.
It's good for you. Good fiber, you know? Everyone's trying to get more fiber, but they're not trying to eat more corks. So I don't get it. If you have one takeaway from us, eat more corks to get more fiber.
If you have one takeaway from her. Mine is eat more trees. Anyway.
Same.
So what do you think? What is your biggest regret?
And I could still get it, is Calumet 15.
Okay.
I was looking at the 15 and 16, and at the time I really wasn't shopping for a bottle. I was just doing a hunting video, and I didn't even know the store was there. I was actually leaving High Cotton in Oxford, stopped in this town and just went in the store and asked the manager, hey, can I do a hunting video? And he was like, fine, And I saw that was the first time I ever paid attention to the Calumet 15. I had seen it before, but I paid attention to it. And once I finished the video, I actually Googled, the Calumet, and then looked on YouTube to see, what people were talking about. And a lot of people were saying the 15 was better than the 16.
I would agree with that.
I would agree too.
I've just been cheap, really. I mean, I could be in the store with probably $200 in my pocket, and I'll still be like, no, I'm not gonna get it right. Just being cheap. But I'm going to eventually get it because it just sits on the shelf. It's not like anybody's rushing out to get one. So, I mean, that's been a thing for me. I keep saying I'm going to get Calumet 15.
I mean, we've had the same conversation in our heads every time that we see it.
Yeah.
Especially when there's like a sale at Binny's or there's like a coupon weekend. I'm like, we get Calumet 15. It'll only be like $90. And then we look at each other and we're like, yeah, but we could get other things that we've wanted that we just haven't tried yet. And like, we've tried Calumet 15 a couple times. Every time we have it, we're like, ooh, those are cherry notes. Oh, this is really good. But for some reason, we just can't pull the trigger on it.
Yeah. It's one of those bottles where you're like, I don't know if I can say it's worth the price. Like, it's really good, but I feel like it just needs to be a little lower.
Now, I saw doing this last hunting video, and it was crazy that I missed it initially. The Four Roses LE 2025.
Oh.
And the bottle, I know a lot of people were, it was $279 on the shelf, but that store, their sticker price is with the tax included. So,
Oh.
It was, I sat in my truck for a minute in the parking lot. It was like, should I go back in and get this? Right. I could get so many other bottles, with that same amount of money, so.
There have definitely been times that we've done videos in liquor stores and you get tunnel vision while you're doing it too. And then afterwards you watch the video and you're like, oh my God, I left that bottle there and I didn't even see it.
especially when we go to other states too, and then I'll be editing the video, and then I'll be like, "Oh my god, why didn't I grab it?" And I'll call them up and I'll be like, "Can you please hold it for me?" And he's like, "Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
But yeah, we've done that a few times. I think the first one was Wilderness Trail 6-year, and then the second one was the Remus Experimental Seguin Moreau barrel.
Yeah.
I read the tasting notes on it when I was doing the editing, and admittedly, in that video, I was like, I don't know much about that. Let's research it. And I was like, shit. I was like, I need this bottle now. I need to know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
It's the worst feeling.
Yeah. We do have a question for you from the audience here. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. As a bourbon and cigar person, what are your thoughts on Penelope cigar blend?
Oh, good question.
Oh, that's a really good question. The first time I tried the Penelope cigar sessions, yeah, I was like, damn, I made a mistake. But it was without cigar. But when I did try it with a cigar, I could see what they were going for. It definitely paired well with the cigar, and it was a medium body cigar. I think it was the Bolivar Confradia. I mean, it was great with that cigar. But by itself, just without a cigar, you're going to question your purchase. But you just have to have the right cigar with it.
Yeah. I think that happened to you once. Old Elk's cigar batch, and we kept going back, and we're like, this is just bad.
It was the rum Sauterne and like one other thing finished on it. And I remember us being like, this isn't very good. This is like weird and funky. And then I had it with a cigar, and I was like, okay, I get the vision. I still don't love this flavor profile, but it's better than I originally thought it was. And yeah, sometimes it's so difficult to know if something's going to pair with the cigar just by blind, like, first impression. You know, like, some things are way better with cigars than without. Like, Tanager, we know people that have just, like, crapped on it all day long. And they've been like, oh, it's thin. It doesn't really hold up. It's not very good. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's rich. It's viscous. It's got, like, a nice berry note to it. And they're like, oh, well, like, I can compare it to Joseph Magnus, and that destroys it. I'm like, yes, but did you have it with a cigar? Like, oh, I don't need a bottle to tell me how to enjoy it. And I'm like, don't you own the Dark Arts blunt blend? And don't you have it with a blunt? He's like, that's a different story. I'm like, all right, never mind. Like, I apparently don't know anything. You both follow and don't follow directions, so whatever. But yeah, so maybe you can give us some thoughts on what approachable whiskeys do you think are best paired with, let's give like a medium to full body cigar.
I said medium to full body, man, and I hate to mention a cigar blend, but I'm going to say, and I'll just mention those, Short Barrels cigar blend number 2, and Crittenden's Stogie batch number 1.
I still want to try that. We haven't had it yet.
Oh man, I'll take care of that for you.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
We do have a full list. Like we have tons of different bags down here that you can't see and different bottles.
Lucky for you.
Yeah, but these are a bunch of cigar batches from Short Barrel. So we plan on just like pairing them all together and seeing how they hold up. But sorry, go ahead.
It was crazy. I had a I'm trying to God dog it. I had a bottle of Blue Note, uncut, unfiltered.
Those are so good.
And I just took it to the shop just to be taking it. And man, I had it with a cigar, and it was great. And the guys killed the bottle, so I don't have that bottle anymore. So,
sign of a good bottle.
It was so good. It was so good.
Oh, we got one question from the audience here too.
Anything leaning on that sweeter end, because you don't want your whiskey to be too bold with the cigar that's bold as well. I mean, that you're not, it's, I'm gonna say it's kind of like having a, double negative. You want, something that's sweet to go with that boldness. If you got a mild cigar, you want a bolder whiskey. So
that
For
makes
sure.
sense.
That does lead us into this next question here. If you had one cigar for the rest of your life, what are you picking?
oh God.
You didn't know the questions were going to be this tough, did you?
Man, you got me with that one. I'm gonna tell you my man. It might be the Davidoff Nicaraguan.
Okay.
I really like that one. If not that, then the Davidoff Late Hour. It
Walk us
is
through it.
freaking good.
Let us understand your decision-making process.
One, Davidoff is just high quality. I know it has a high price point, but they're just high quality, period. But the Nicaraguan, and Davidoff is not known for having full body cigars. So for them to have that Nicaraguan, with the spice that it has, and it's blended so well. It doesn't blow you out. Typically on the Nicaraguan, you get a lot of black pepper, you get the leather and the cedar notes, but this one, there's not. You get some of that black pepper spice, but it's not blowing you out. I mean, it's an enjoyable cigar from the first time you toast and light all the way to you just can't smoke it anymore. And the Late Hour is just one of those cigars that I guess after a really good meal that you can sit back. I mean, if you just you went to a fine dining restaurant and you were out and you were able to smoke a cigar, that would be a great compliment to that meal. I mean, it is just such a nice stick like that. I know a lot of guys are into Opus X. I'm not a big Opus X fan. Now I do like their the Oro Oscuro. It's really good. It has the gold foot band on it. It's darker, but a lot of the Opus X are just kind of mild to me and just doesn't give me a lot. But one of those two, yeah. I mean, I like some of the cheaper sticks too. Give me a Buenaventura. Man, Buenaventura is what, $6. I love that stick. Tatawahe Miami P1. I mean, that's what, $7, maybe $8. Man, come on. I love it.
I really like, and I'm still a novice with cigar smoking. I do have a bunch that I have like in a humidor in my room, but I don't really have the time to enjoy them. My job is pretty demanding, and then doing this is pretty demanding. So
you also hate being outside
for extended period. No, that's not the case. She's misrepresenting. I hate
hates the
let me
outdoors.
finish. Get out of here.
Okay, goodbye.
I hate being stationary for long periods of time and not really having anything planned or anything else going on because, ADHD. I either need completely unstructured time to just like chaotically do things in a creative way, or I need structured time where I'm doing only a task. So doing something that's both planned and recreational, my brain is just like, you don't know what to do. So like I'll get about a third of the way through the cigar and then I start getting antsy and I'll be like, should I go in? I should go in. No, I'm going to smoke more. And then I'll get like a few more and I'll be like, okay, I'm done. So I tend to go for like the short ones. I do like Nub because they're like really nice short size. I do like I know some of those are flavored and they're basically like the Jim Beam Fire equivalent of like a cigar versus whiskey comparison in the sense that they're not the real thing. But I do like those like bolder flavors, like the triple roasted espresso one. I like things that have that like really bold flavor that go well with something a little softer, a little more delicate on a pour. But if you could recommend like one brand that's kind of in the same vein size-wise, what would you recommend for me?
Oh, size-wise. I'm gonna just go for small. I would say maybe get something like a Leather Rose.
Okay.
Because because it's going to have a sweet cap. So it's not necessarily flavored, but it's going to have that sweet cap that may catch your interest. Get a, I would try a Fat Bottom Betty too.
Love the name. Say
What a
less.
name.
And a Sweet Jane. So I call them the Deadwood sisters because they all look like kind of like the the Mexican thing. What is that? Dia de la Muerte. Yeah. They have the stitches on their face, and they just look like kind of like, I would say, zombie women, but I call them the Deadwood girls. So it's Fat Bottom Betty, Sweet Jane, Leather Rose. There's one called A Girl with No Name, but it's longer, so that's a lot of time right there. Dominicana is the new one that's out, and people have really gotten into that one. So that's one that definitely moves.
As fate would have it, somebody said that in the comments, and I got it popped up on the screen right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely give those a try. I've definitely seen them.
Yeah.
I think just, again, it's the equivalency of going into a liquor store and going to pick up a bottle you've never heard of, nobody's talking about in your circle, so you just start kind of blind. I do plan on fixing this soon. I literally just need more time. The buying is easy. The finding time to do it and like calm my mind to just sit down and roast like a little short one, that should be a lot easier.
I'm a big fan of taking my laptop outside and watching things. Like, then I can have like my ADHD thing as well and be outdoors.
Yeah.
And not just like sit in silence.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and it's you don't have to necessarily sit in silence. And some people say, you want to have as few distractions as possible to enjoy this. You can still enjoy the cigar. If you're watching videos on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, or you're watching videos on YouTube. My videos on YouTube.
Our videos, Kutlass's videos.
Wait, where's the comment? Where's the comment? Where is it?
Oh boy.
I need to find it.
There it is.
Yeah.
You mean at this location?
Right there?
Yeah.
At that link below. Click
There you
the link below.
So, but yeah, and a lot of guys, when they come in and they tell me they've never smoked before, they haven't smoked in a while, and they're trying to get back into it, and I always tell them, look, this is not like smoking a cigarette. You have to put a block of time aside and say, this is what I'm going to do for this time, because you can't just put it out like a cigarette and walk away. You're talking about $7, $8, $9, $10 investment, and you're just going to put it out now. So you're going to have to, I tell them, hey, get a Robusto. You're talking about, 45 minutes at the most, depending on how fast you smoke. So, and then, I favor Toro. So I'm looking at an hour, 15 minutes. So, just blocking out that amount of time and making sure you can, enjoy that cigar. Being able to taste the notes that, I try to get some of the guys at the lounge to learn how to retrohale so they can, be able to taste the smoke better, pick up on the different notes.
Interesting.
Yeah. It looks like I'm not the only person that has that like anxious, like I need to be doing something productive feeling. And that's really the caveat of the issue that I found myself in up until now. It's getting the flavor that I want is usually just paired with like bigger sticks. So I haven't had a lot of recommendations in the right direction, but I'm definitely going to check out the Deadwoods. It sounds promising. Sounds like what I'm looking for. But we do also have a question from CJ, our good buddy here. Do you think it's easier to get Jack Daniels or Crittenden where you live?
Ooh.
Do you get your allocated bottles through relationships or just lucky hunting?
Man, I'm gonna be honest, about 90% of the time, it's just lucky hunting. I've come across bottles. And some of the time, I'm not even intending to hunt. I just go into a store to see what may be on the shelf. And then I'm like, hey, this is a cool store. And I'll ask the manager, is it okay if I do a video? Some of them may not be that familiar, so you have to explain, hey, I'm not looking for you to do anything for me. I just want to video what you have let people know what you have in your store so they can come and check you out. So basically free advertising. You're not paying for
Yep.
anything, you know.
We have a whole spiel that we go in with.
Well, only as a result of somebody being like, what do you give the stores? And I'm like, I'm sorry. And he's like, yeah, like, what do you usually give the stores? And I'm like, free advertisement. So like after that day going forward, we're like, we need a spiel. We need to be ready. Oh, I'm stepping off for a second. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead, Kutlass.
But yeah, Crittenden's, normally in this part of the state, I have to wait after they drop something because it just takes a while for it to reach us up here because the distillery is near the coast. So you're talking about, I'm at the top of the state and they're near the bottom. So it just takes a while for it to get up here. But yeah, once it drops, I can pretty much find whatever Crittenden's I'm looking for. But you just have to be quick about certain ones, like the Mississippi Toasted Pecan. That was one that people were really looking for, and so it flew off the shelf. I was able to get one before news about it really got out. But once it did, I mean, the next time I went to the store, it was gone. Now, Jack Daniels, pretty much in Memphis. If I go into a store in Memphis, you can find most of the Jack Daniels stuff. Even the what is it? This distiller. Is it distiller or distillery series? The 375 bottles.
Yeah. The Tennessee Tasters, but they renamed it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You can find most of those, but they're starting to move pretty fast too. The last one I got was the rye, and it is really good. And then the one before that I got was the toasted pecan wood, pecan chips or something like that. That one, I've been holding on to that one for a long time. It is so freaking good, and I wish they would drop it again.
Yeah. I'm definitely curious to see what the future of those like limited experimental Jack Daniels releases looks like. I mean, some of them are just so good. I imagine they probably just made it at a small scale so they can test to see like how popular it is, what public consensus is, and then maybe like queue it up for like a permanent release. Like, didn't the Heritage Barrel start as like a limited release?
It did. It started as a limited release, and I think some stores didn't look at it as a limited release. They just put it out like a regular shelfer, and I think when people started snatching them up, then they're like, "Oh, this is something special," and they jacked up the price on them. And now they're starting to realize that they're shelfers, and the price is still jacked up, and nobody's getting them. And they just started hitting the stores not too long ago in Mississippi. And they're pretty much, I mean, I'm not saying people aren't buying them, but they're on the shelf. I've seen this last store that I did, I think with the tax added on, his was $77.
That's not bad.
I saw a store that's much closer to me. They had like 5 bottles sitting on the shelf for $72. So, man, you can find most of the stuff. That, man, the first time I ever saw a twice barreled rye was a store near me, and it was just sitting there. And I asked him, "Hey, how much is what is that?" And he, I don't think he really knew. He just knew it was a special bottle. And I asked him how much was it, and it was $89. So I was like, "I'll take it."
That's a pretty good price.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one that popped out of a back room that had been sitting there for a while, and they were just like, "Oh, I just found this the other day," and I'm like, "Isn't this like 2 years old?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take it. How much?" And they're like, "Oh, MSRP." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a celebrity guest just join us. This is Jamie from the One Row, previously Whiskey Row. Always happy to see you in here.
Oh, hey.
Jamie, if you're not already following Kutless High Proof, great dude. I know you are very kind to us. I know you'll like Kutlass as well.
Kutlass is an awesome guy. He's such a great guy. Jamie, you should follow him.
Very, very kind and selfless. You've done a lot of nice things for us, and we really appreciate you for that.
Hey, it was no problem. I mean, you guys asked for, and it wasn't a big favor. You saw something that you wanted, and you asked, could I get it for you? And you know, made it happen, man. I mean, that's what bourbon is all about. It's about sharing. It's about camaraderie.
Absolutely. And Kat and I were kind of toying around with the idea to, we mentioned, I think it was maybe before we started streaming. There's so many different groups that have like this really toxic, shitty, like trolling, kind of punching down mentality. And unofficially, our approach has always been to like completely dissect that and remove it from our group. I think that there is a possibility we might start to kind of lean into that and start to use the narrative of like we're a progressive option for bourbon hunting. It doesn't have to just be all bourbon bros and like misogynistic, borderline racist jokes. Like I get that sometimes that's packaged into the culture, and values are values. They're very hard to dissect sometimes, but that doesn't mean you want to be surrounded by that kind of rhetoric. And I mean, not that I have to tell you, but I'm sure growing up a black man in Mississippi has not always been kind to you. And I'm sure anytime you get like an inkling of that kind of vibe in a group you go into, I'm sure it like sends red flags and you go running the other way, right?
Yes, definitely.
So I think we're going to start to kind of lean into that more and just say like, look, we're offering an alternative option. If you're tired of going into a Discord room and you feel like you're getting treated poorly because of your opinions, if you're going into a place where you don't feel like you can actually share your thoughts and ask for genuine like advice or guidance or something, we want to give the alternative option. We want to give people a safe space where there is no such thing as a dumb question. There's no such thing as a hierarchy of like whose opinion is more important. I mean, like even when people thank Kat and me for our opinion, we're like, we just drink, like we're not experts, okay? Like what works for us might not work for you. So I think we're going to lean into that a little bit more and just say, this is a safe space. You can talk to anyone, be friendly with anyone, share things. People will help you out. You help them out. Like it's just a good community kind of campground rules. Like leave the place better than it was when you found it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we have one of our members here as well. Our shared community is the best. We support each other. We're intentional about not bidding against each other on unicorn auctions. We did start that group or that channel now to just be like, hey, this is what I'm betting on. If you want to split a bottle or something, we can maybe talk about it, but please don't try to outbid me on it. I'd rather get it for a good price because nobody's paying attention. And I haven't seen that in like any other group that I've been in.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, Dan, you got me. You had me looking at unicorn. I mean, I had the app already, but man, you've got me every week now looking at unicorn auctions.
It's
Seeing
so
what's out
dangerous.
there. So, Dan, I hate you for that, man. My wallet hates you for that, man. So, but no, I'm joking. But yeah, you're talking about unicorn auctions, man. It got me looking at it more often now. And Wesley, I know he's picked up a few bottles off of unicorn auction as well. And when I look, I'm not looking for, Stag or Weller, 107 or any Weller 12 or anything. I'm trying to find something that I can't really just find in my area. You know, I think I was looking at, and it's some in my area, but just, I'm hoping to catch it at a great price, like Bell Mead Reserve. If I can get it at $15, that would be great.
Yeah. I mean, do I have it? No, it's not here. I have a case of two of them in the other room and a Casey Jones that I got for like $30 a piece for the Bell Mead Reserve and Casey Jones for 15. And I was like, yeah, I'll spend $75 on that.
Yes, man. Definitely.
Yeah. If you ever need help getting stuff from Unicorn, like if you plan on coming up or something up to Chicago and you want to just grab stuff, like you can always feel free to ask us to do authorized pickup, and we'll just grab stuff for you.
Okay. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem. I mean,
This
like
is
we
my
said,
second pour.
that's a good one. We're rounding the corner on this wild turkey, and I'm going to wait for Kat to get back. Oh, here she is for this next one. All right, so I let them know kind of about our conversation we were having in the kitchen about the idea of being a progressive option or alternative for like the toxic bourbon culture.
I just saw another comment too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh boy, we're not going to get into the specifics on that unless you really want to. We can do it later. But yeah, so Dan got Kutlass on Unicorn now.
Oh, no.
he checks it like every week. We all know the struggle. But yeah, we got some really nice comments here. I did put this one up a minute ago. Our buddy Stocksuck says he's in 20 different groups, most active in ours. Really enjoy the vibe and the people.
Aw.
Yeah, I mean, that's the community we're trying to build. You know, like a lot of people tote this idea of being part of a community, but when it comes to not excessively clearing out shelves, not excessively flipping things, or like only hoarding stuff to like try to make a buck on it from somebody else that you know, like, sure, there's a novelty to it, but at the end of the day, like, if you're extorting the people that you call a community, are you really part of a community?
Right.
And I would argue you're not.
I would also say like making jokes, but not at the expense of other people too. Like there is always room to like be funny and make bonds and things like that. But when you're putting like people down, I hate that so much. And that's why I've left a lot of like other discords, just because I felt like I wasn't part of like the culture.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry, I was trying to answer a question, but yeah, I mean, I could see if you charge a little bit more, if you're trying to recoup some of your costs as far as packaging, because, those wine, let me shut up. You know, being able to hand off some of these bottles requires, some expense. So if you're just trying to make, I'm not going to say make profit, but if you're trying to just recoup some of those costs, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to make $15 off of, one of your Discord colleagues, nah, come on. I mean, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Give it to me. If you take a picture of it and it's $75 on the shelf, why are you charging me $90 for it?
Yep. Especially when we're going out of our way to pick up the bottle too. That like always ekes me. I'm like, ugh, okay. Like I get you already were like out and like you're trying to like recoup whatever, like driving or anything like that, because we would have spent that much, but like $15, you're like, come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Or if you have a frank discussion with someone and you're like, hey, going all the way up here was a little expensive. I'm hoping to kind of like cut the cost on maybe like the transportation. Would you mind like throwing me like $5 for gas or something? Like that's a reasonable conversation to have. And if somebody doesn't want to do it, then that's a dual party decision on whether or not that's cool.
Yeah. Be transparent with me and I'll be a lot more reasonable than like, I just raised the price $15.
Right.
But yeah, so like we're actively trying to work against that right now. Not to say that we're like champions against it, but like at least for our community, like the people that are already in our Discord know that we're no nonsense. Like we do like to have fun. We like to be tongue in cheek, a little snarky sometimes too, but like especially her. But for the most part, we're not just like, hey, like give me money and I'll do this for you. There are other times where I'm like, hey, I have this idea, but I also want the collective support of everyone before I start doing it. And people tend to respond better to that because you're not forcing them into something. You're like, by a show of hands, who wants in? And I feel like that's a better way to do it.
Yeah. And to Kevin's point, there are good whiskey bros out there too.
Yeah. She's a whiskey bro.
I am a whiskey bro.
Speaking of whiskey bros, we are popping open the Evan Williams. What is this called? The Master Blend. Yeah. We have had this for 2 years. Just can't bring ourselves to kill it. But tonight
is the night.
Is the night, yeah.
Thank you.
This is going to be a snack night, I can tell.
I tried to fill us up with pasta beforehand, but you know, when you're killing bottles.
Ugh. Good luck.
Thank you.
You also don't have to finish them all on camera. We are bottle killing. You can always put a glass aside.
That's true. I do have more glasses over here.
Yeah, thankfully we are flush with Glencairns. We honestly have too many.
We also had lower proof. What is this one at?
90.
Okay. We're not doing like hazmat at this like pour level.
When did you see the last two? No, I'm kidding.
Oh no.
If you think that's crazy, check out the last two.
We kill cat tonight at Bottle Kill.
Jesus.
No?
Definitely not.
Cat goes into the hospital to get her stomach pumped.
Oh boy.
No?
I'm so glad you guys see all the stuff that happens off camera during these live streams. Because there are times where I'm like, all right, here's what I'm thinking. Here's the shot that we're going to set up. And she's like, wait till you see what happens next. And I'm like, can you be serious for a second? She's like, no.
Sometimes I have really good ideas. Though.
Sometimes you're just doing jokes.
And there are good ideas that can also be jokes.
I know she's bullshitting right now because of the pause that she took in between the response and the completion of the sentence.
Serious jokes.
But we all do it in fun. You guys, some of you saw our last video where she's like, hey, I'm Italian. Fighting's in my blood. And I'm like, yep.
Correct.
Like, I can attest to this. So this is basically just our everyday conversation.
And Sicilian. I'm not normal Italian. I am like the most aggressive Italian.
I'm not going to touch that one.
You're also Sicilian.
Yeah, but normal and aggressive words are just a weird combination of things I don't want to touch. Are these people charging for shipping? Maybe. I'd like to look for the positives. You know, sometimes you can definitely work that conversation out, and this is kind of circling back to the whole idea of bumping up costs. Yeah, most people that are willing to take on the burden of sending things to other people will already discuss like, hey, I can do this for you, but it's going to also require XYZ. Is that fine? When people don't say that, but they're just like, yeah, no worries, I'll just send it to you. In the back of my head, I'm always like, I'm already paying for shipping, aren't I? Like, you don't want, okay, can I see the receipt? And they're like, oh, it's just, I don't know where it is. It's just this much money. I'm like, I don't know if I want to work with you now.
Or what really eeks me, is that a thing?
Irks.
It eeks me.
Cat's snarky, no way.
Is when people are like, well, I bought this bottle at MSRP, but secondary is already going at this price. That really upsets me. And I'm like, but you got it at MSRP. I understand like kind of cutting the difference for something that's like first, like you're going to be among the first to get it.
Yeah. Or you really want it bad enough that somebody's like, okay, I would charge, like secondary for it, but instead I'm just going to charge you like in between. That is okay. Not the best, but that is okay.
Yeah, but full secondary, that like really, really bothers me.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Go-to snack after this. Sometimes pizza.
Pizza, Crunchwrap Supremes.
Yeah. Dark humor at its best. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it just kind of depends on the mood. Sometimes we'll get like burgers, fried chicken, something like that, depending on how much we had to eat before the live stream.
That's true. That makes a big difference. Where we're like, we actually need a meal after this. Or sometimes it's just scavenging through our like pantry and we're like, all right, we're going to eat a bunch of Doritos now.
This is a very important question. Kutlass, the question is, do you think having 400 bottles is too much? And before you answer, just note, I say this with a little bit of arrogance and a little bit of humility at the same time. We are playing on like a farm team level where, for this analogy, We're not necessarily at the MLB big leagues where we have like a $10 million collection. And we're definitely not the people that are just going only for like Eagle Rares. We kill the bottle and we grab it again. So the answer is definitely going to be a little skewed through that. What would be your response to this?
It's 400. If you're drinking them, then no, 400 is isn't too much.
That is
If
the
you're
right
just
answer.
collecting them, if they're just sitting on your shelf and you still have the plastic that's still in the cork, yeah, 400 is too much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we actually, I don't know. We haven't done the math in a while of how many unopened bottles we have.
Don't count.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. Well, let me put it this way. Everything that we get, we open at some point in time, unless it's a backup, in which case our plan is once the original bottle is gone, we immediately open the other one. And I feel like that's okay. But let's say, for instance, you're going out and you're buying 3 bottles every time you go out. And as soon as you kill one, you buy 2 more. Like, that might be a little bit of a different story, especially if like you never get to opening them. I could maybe see an argument with being like, okay, storage is an issue. It going bad before you can finish it is an issue.
Yeah.
The budget being an issue. It all depends on how much you can afford.
How many people are drinking in your house?
Yeah, how many people you're sharing it with, whether it's at your home or at bottle shares or trades, giveaways, handshakes, whatever you want to call it. If it's to the point where it's unobtainable unsustainable is what I mean to say, for your budget, for your space constraints, for your everyday ability to function. Like if it's like a hoarding house and you have to like zigzag around boxes to get through your home, yes, that's too much. It's all relative to your needs and your living conditions.
Now, what I don't get is the guys that will order, I'm gonna say 4 or 5 bottles. A bottle drops, maybe on Sealbox or on Bourbon Outfitter, and they order 4 or 5 of the same bottle. They've never tasted it. They just order 4 or 5 of, why? Why are you ordering 4 or 5 bottles? You don't even know what one bottle tastes like. I can see, okay, maybe get 2 because, hey, I might really like this. And now I do have a backup.
Yeah.
That's fine. But 4 or 5? Come on. It doesn't take that. I mean, I admit when I first started, I had a bunch of unopened bottles because I guess in my head, the collecting was the thing.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the drinking. I got around to drinking them, but it wasn't the biggest thing. I enjoyed them, but finding them and being able to get them and say, "Oh, I got it," and it wasn't like a flex. And I went out and say, "Hey, man, I picked up a Blanton's today." It was me being able to tell myself, "Blanton's, another Blanton," and being able to see all my Blantons lined up. And I wasn't looking for letters. I was just to be able to find a Blanton's. That was my thing.
Yeah.
But once I finally started drinking the Blantons, I was like, "Oh, okay."
Now I have to drink through these Blantons.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of like you said, buying multiples of things and not really trying it. And then once you get to trying it, you're like, oh,
Ew.
I've made a terrible mistake. I don't know if I want to drink all these now.
Right.
And then that's when we see a flood of like rare character on Unicorn.
Yeah, where there's like 70 that drop in a single thing. Yeah. I think in the beginning we kind of did that too. And then I think it was more so we couldn't work ourselves up to actually open it because the idea of like, oh, this is a special bottle. This is like something you're never really going to find. And then when you look at it now through the lens that we have as like people that hunt and collect and review, you're like, this is old news. Like you can buy Blanton's like once every 3 months. Like that's not a big deal. Tanager 2.0, like I know somebody who said that is the only bottle he wants for the rest of his life. And if we get it to him, I'm afraid he might just die.
Yeah. I saw like someone else's posts and they were talking about getting like a really hard to find bottle. And he was like, I really wanted to save it, but
I'm gonna step away. Go ahead.
like my dad talked me into buying that bottle, and we cracked it open with my brother, and like 3 months later something happened. One got into an accident, the other one had like some medical emergency, and I was like, he was like, I was so glad that I opened up that bottle and I have the memories now rather than just that bottle.
Yeah.
So I think it's more like, sure, it's really cool to have all of these like collectibles, but it's nothing without those like memories.
Right. Right. And I did the same thing with cigars when I started working at the shop. Man, I think I had about somewhere between 300, 350 cigars.
Woo!
And,
Rival Todd.
you know, I was collecting these cigars. I was still smoking, but it was like whatever shelfer, I'm gonna just say that. I would smoke that at the shop. But when something special came out, I would get it, I would bring it home, and I would put it in my humidor. It had gotten to a point where I had these bags of cigars, and
They're
I was,
all special.
yeah, they were all special. And I ended up watching this guy called Lee Mac 912. He still does cigar reviews, I believe, on YouTube. And he was sitting on his front porch and he was doing a review. And he talks to you kind of like he's your uncle. And while he's doing the review, and he was like, what are you going to do with all these special cigars that you have? If something happens to you, you know what's going to happen? Your wife is either going to throw them away, she's going to give them to your brother-in-law who doesn't appreciate them, or she's going to sell them and it's going to be cheaper than what you bought them for. And so I was like, okay, I really need to start enjoying these cigars. I bought these cigars for a reason, because they were supposed to be some of the best that are out there. So I started smoking it, and I think now I may be down to maybe 20 cigars now. I mean, my humidor is almost empty. My son had bought me a humidor for Christmas, and I had filled it. I mean, it was packed. And I think it was like 150 cigar humidor. I mean, it was packed, and I may have 15 in there now. And I got a few others in these airtight canisters. But, I want to be able to enjoy those cigars. I want to be able to say, yeah, I smoked that cigar. I know what it tastes like. And I've been doing the same thing with the bottles. I had all these bottles, and, why am I saving these bottles? There's no reason for me to save these bottles. I want to be able to experience them. When I got the batch 4 of Russell's 13, my son came home one holiday. I mean, he and I sat and we drank a pour of that. I wanted to drink that with him. He's a tequila guy now. So I've been looking for the Fortaleza. I was able to get the Añejo and the Reposado and Still Strength. And so those are pours that I want to share with him, because I know that's something he enjoys. I want to, have that memory of he and I sitting and enjoying, those pours together. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not to get too serious from it, but life's too short to not actually enjoy it. And
Yeah.
if you spend all your time thinking about when you're going to do something and not doing it, the only thing you're going to be left with when, your time comes and you're on your deathbed is just thinking about all the regrets that you have that you didn't do. And
yeah.
I don't want to get too deep into this because I don't want to make it about my experience. But my dad passed away not that long ago, and like me, he kept his eyes down and always focused on his work. He always did the next thing. He never went out to go and do the things that he wanted to do, so he didn't travel. And he had like complicated diabetes and like kidney failure. So I had power of attorney. I started asking him questions, and I was like, "Hey, you said you wanted to travel. Where do you want to travel?" And he's like, "Well, this place." I'm like, No, everywhere. Tell me, like, if you could leave today and you were in perfect health, where would you travel? And he gave me like a list of places that he talked about his whole life. And I made sure to get his ashes. So when I go out and start traveling, I'm going to go to each one of those places I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of his ashes in every place so he can, if everything above us exists, if you believe in the spirituality, that means he'll see it. And he'll know that, like, even though he didn't go during his lifetime, he went during mine. And hearing all those regrets of not doing the things that he wanted to do is no different than like sitting on things that you never enjoy. Right. What is the point of gaining all these things if you're not sharing it with people that you love? If you're not enjoying it whenever it is appropriate to just be like, hey, today was great. I want to celebrate. Let's treat ourselves. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you sad.
I'm a little sappy, girl.
She is. That's behind the camera. That's actually what brings us together. We're both a little sappy. But yeah, like in life, we spend all this time attaching all these like weird stipulations on things because we value some things higher than other things. But at the end of the day, the only thing you can bring with you to your deathbed is experience. Yes, and that is the only thing that is going to keep you from the regret that mounts up over a lifetime of things that could have been that just weren't. So when you talk about like holding on to all these things and like not enjoying them, this is a perfect like punctuation point for this bottle kill night. These bottles we all enjoy. For one reason or another, we just haven't brought ourselves to enjoy them. And tonight's a perfect night to connect, to bond with the community and say, you know, give yourself that special pour that you know you deserve. You had a hard week. You worked really hard to get it. Treat yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I mean, go pour yourself a really good pour right now.
I mean, I'm glad you brought that up. It was, you know, I got a Detling pick from one of the Bourbon Together group. It was a purple wax, and it was elk cancer, fuck cancer pick. And man, my mother-in-law is battling, and at the time she was battling cancer for the second time. Now she's doing it for the third time.
Oh God.
And so when I had the bottle, and I didn't tell my wife, and my brother-in-law and my wife's niece came over to the house, and we were just all sitting around, and went upstairs, and I got the bottle and I brought it down. And, you know, I just talked about how special that bottle was. I lost my mom to cancer. I lost a sister to cancer. And so I wanted to celebrate her mom. You know, my wife doesn't drink whiskey, but I just wanted her to just have a pour. My brother-in-law doesn't do anything high proof. Anything above Eagle Rare is just too strong for him. You know, but I just wanted to share that with them because I thought that bottle was special in that way, not because Detling's name was on it, but the purpose of the bottle. And it was guys like Caleb Walton and Chris, who lead Bourbon Together. They do things for a special reason. I mean, we just did, you know, Toys for Tots. We did a Detling pick for Hodgkins. So I missed out on that bottle. But I mean, it was, you know, they do things for special reasons, and it's not, you know, it's not a flex. It's, you know, how can we give back? And so that becomes infectious. You know, okay, Kat, you got me crying up here too.
Sorry.
It's fine. I mean, like at the end of the day, and you know, I feel like there's kind of touching back on the whole idea of like a community that like supports each other and everything. Like these are the things that are like normal to talk about, to just be like, you know, stuff happens in life that's sad, and it's okay to feel sad about it and to just let it out and let it go, because that's healthy. What's not healthy is to like bury it deep inside and make it this thing where you're just like, oh, I don't ever have to talk about it. All I have to do is drown all my sorrows in whiskey, which, like, again, might work for some people, but historically there's enough data to support that doesn't really work long term, and it can get out of hand pretty quickly. So it's important to have, deep talks every once in a while. And that's honestly what I really enjoy the most about drinking in a community. You have the ability to sit down and you can have a heart-to-heart. You can talk to people and just be like, hey, we all have pain. My pain might not be your pain, but we still experience pain in similar ways.
Well, that I think the cool thing about whiskey is sharing it rather than just like showboating what you have to. I think it's really important to just be like, maybe someone comes with Evan Williams single barrel, and another person comes with like
Michter's 20.
Yeah, Michter's 20. Like, they're on the same page. We're all humans, and like whatever you can share is important. It doesn't matter like the price tag associated with it.
Yeah. I thank you for sharing your story with us. Okay, Luke.
That's a good one.
Stock sucks. This one's for you. Stock sucks.
That's awesome.
I love that.
I am gonna ask a question here. They've been waiting to pop up, so we can do kind of like a palate cleanser here. And this is gonna be a very tough question. What are the top 3 whiskeys of the year so far? So, Wesley, we did talk about this. I'm glad that you brought it up, because to rank it to top 3 is very difficult, especially with like
people blow my nose.
Okay. People like us and Kutlass, who have essentially like dedicated so much time towards like researching and finding and trying and tasting, getting samples. Top 3 is going to be hard. But do you have like a rough estimate of things that are within your top ranking for the year? And it doesn't need to be in any particular order.
I've been staring at this question for a while. And yeah, it's a hard one.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I haven't really been chasing crazy bottles this year. Oh my God.
And that doesn't matter too. I feel like even the crazy bottles were kind of like a little lackluster to me this year.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
They also don't even need to be like quote unquote tater bottles. They can just be like hidden gems, like very slept on things, local only releases. Like it really doesn't matter. Just like, what are the things that you have tried that so far it blew you away and you're like, wow, this is one of the best things I've had so far this year?
Okay, I'll say in there is Crittenden's Blue Rue. Damn, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What's the story?
I bought a bottle and I posted it in my Facebook group and helped a few guys get a bottle. And before I knew it, man, the shelf was empty and I didn't have a backup. It is so freaking good, and you can't find it anywhere now.
Crittenden's, I mean, they're making just insanely delicious whiskey. I don't know what that distillery is doing, but
humidity.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, all that like combination of like hot days and cold nights is probably magic for what they're doing.
I'll tell you what surprised me as being really good is Bardstown's High Wheated.
It's very solid.
I'm not gonna. I know a lot of people like to say 107 Killer. I'm not gonna say 107 Killer, but it'll give 107 a run for its money.
Yeah.
If you can't find Weller 107, man, pick up a Bardstown High Wheated. I mean, it is so freaking good. And I'll have to say Jack Daniel's 12 year batch 3, man.
It is a good one.
Yeah,
Like
man.
those deep caramel notes to it.
Oh,
So
God.
good.
Like the slightly unleavened banana bread vibe too.
Yeah.
Man, you
Very
see how far I mean, that's too much right there. I've drank too much already.
Remember, we just talked about you got to let it go sometimes.
Enjoy it while you have it.
Right.
It's
mean,
gonna
it's
come out
good.
next year too. So
That hopefully, if all things still go well.
yeah.
Wanted to take a pause here to thank Josh K. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate
Thank you, Josh.
Again, we couldn't do any of this stuff if it wasn't for the generosity, the support, the viewership. We really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you. So far, yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
We see lots of great comments here. Love these stories and appreciate you all sharing. Much appreciated with this conversation. Deepest live you guys have ever done. And you
guys are gonna make me cry again.
wife is a hospice social worker. You nailed it. Memories and
Ooh.
connections are what people appreciate in those final days, weeks. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're both like very deep people. We try not to lean into it too much during any of our videos or our live streams because we don't want to force people into a situation that might make them feel uncomfortable. Everyone's emotional maturity is different. I don't want anyone to feel like we're forcing you to listen to something that you don't want. But we try to keep it light and easygoing. But every once in a while, you just gotta sad boy it.
Yeah.
Or sad girl it.
Sad girl. I'm a sad girl in general. And it's okay to like bring those things up too. If you feel like it's necessary, you always have a community for it.
Yeah. And like to kind of put a final little ribbon on that, life comes at you fast. It's so easy to lose sight of things when you get so obsessed with the day to day and like, oh, well, I can't do this because I have to do that, or I don't have time, or I don't whatever. Like there's so many valid reasons for why things kind of get put off and pushed to the side. But at the end of the day, you only really got one life to live and you should live it. If that means you crack open the bottle with friends that you haven't seen in a month, like sometimes the occasion is the bottle. Like, I haven't seen you. It's been a while. I've missed you. Let's fucking break open this Russell's 15 that I've been sitting on, or let's all go halves on like a Calumet 18. Like,
okay, you talked me into it. We're gonna sell all of our sealed bottles and buy tickets to Japan.
So what's the rest of the chat look like? I mean, honestly, if it really meant that there was something that was going to be a life-changing experience for us, we're very dedicated to seeing this channel out and like doing the content that you guys want to see. But if for whatever reason something just presented a better opportunity, like at the end of the day, it's spicy brown water. It'll always be around. We can sell off some of our old bottles that we have in backups and just we'd offer them to our community first.
Yeah.
And then after that, just say like, we might come back and do this, but this was a chapter of our life and now we're going on to the next one. But I don't see that being a possibility right now, but you always got to keep your options open.
I would sell off the dogs first before I sell my second Russell's 15.
Oh boy.
Man, great epitome of what you are talking about is sharing it and opening up bottles and bringing people together and sharing with others who may not get an opportunity to have those bottles. Dave Vogelsang, I mean, this guy,
he's the GOAT,
man. He is the godfather of whiskey. I mean, this guy, he sends out samples, and it's a lot of stuff that he sent me. It never hits my market. I mean, I don't even know what it is, and so sometimes I have to look it up. But he sends these samples out, and I appreciate them. I don't think I can say thank you enough to Dave. I mean, and I've tried to reciprocate. I've sent him samples, but when you send Dave samples, you still feel like, hey, this guy just pulled up in a Corvette and you got a Toyota, Civic, a Honda Civic, and you're trying to, ride along with him. But it doesn't seem to measure up. But whenever I can, and I know, I'm not even going to say what I did, but I asked him, had he tried a particular bottle? And he said he didn't. So I made sure he got that bottle.
Nice.
But, man, anything that I can do to repay him. And I'll tell you another great guy, Myron over at Bourbon Drop. I mean, the guy he's awesome. Very generous. I've sent him samples. He sent me samples, and it's nothing where, I was like, hey, can you send me some samples or anything? He just say, dude, I'm about to send you some samples.
That's great.
So
We have so
a lot
many
of times-
people in our community like that too, where I'm just like, you guys are way too generous.
Yeah.
I'm like, as just two dweebs on the internet, I'm like, why are you sending
Yeah.
why are you sending us that? Like, I'm so appreciative, but I don't feel like we're deserving of that. It's so weird. It's a very weird scenario.
It's the kindness of strangers.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like you're worthy of it, but at the end of the day, we all deserve a little bit of kindness, whether it's giving it to ourselves or other people giving it to us. I think that, we as living beings, as long as we don't mean intentional harm on anyone else, we're always deserving of kindness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. What a deep conversation.
Yeah.
I love it.
So what are your other whiskeys of the year so far?
Oh man. Now I did end up picking up the owner. I'm not gonna say I did. The owner of the cigar lounge I was at, like I said, he's retired Air Force. So he went to the Air Force Base out north of Memphis, and he was picking up bottles for our next. I do whiskey tasting the last Thursday of every month. I do host that and so people come up to the upstairs part of the lounge, and I give a history of the distillery and the brand, and I pour samples and I let them nose and taste. So I make them do the work. What are you smelling? What are you tasting? And so they, a lot of them just drank. They didn't try to pick up notes or anything, but now they're more particular about it now. But he asked me, was I looking for something? And I was like, nah, I'm not looking for anything. And he called me again and was like, hey, I see this. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And I said, what do they have? And I had been there once before with him. And I said, what do they have behind the counter? And he said, they have, I see this Elijah Craig barrel proof. And I was like, okay. And I was like, which batch is it? And he started since 1789. I'm like, come on, keep going. And he said, what's this, B525? I was like, yeah, let's get that one right there.
Nice.
So I got it. I did crack that one. It's pretty good. Is it C923 good? Nah, it's not C923 good, but it's good. It's I'm gonna say it's almost like Elijah Craig is trying to take a step back to where they were, but it seems like with C925, the age dropped even lower.
It's like 9 years now, right?
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
So,
Yeah.
but I've been enjoying the Larceny barrel proofs.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, C923, C924. I picked up. I want to say I picked up the B525. So I haven't cracked it yet. But I've been really enjoying the Larceny barrel proofs. I know people sleep on those, and some people just hate them for some reason. I don't know.
There
But-
was one that we picked up last year that was like we called it like the comeback kid.
The C924.
Yeah, C924.
Yeah.
And that one just had such nice flavor notes to it.
Like honey nut Cheerios on steroids.
And like compared to the other batches that were like super hot, undrinkable, like you would let it kind of sit for a few months and it wouldn't change. It would get hotter for some reason. That one was so good.
Yeah. And actually, Myron over at Bourbon Drop, he talked about it. And usually his palate and my palate usually align. And I was really hoping that it aligned on this one. And I was able to find one and I tried it. I was like, damn it, Myron, damn it. You got me. This is good. So I got one, and I actually I want to say I found it on High Proof, highproof.com. And I got it. High Proof has a great price on those. And it was really good. I enjoy that bottle. So Myron, damn you, Myron.
I mean, yeah, those are solid contenders. I think our list is probably going to be a little obscure. I know for sure
Old Soul.
Old Soul Estate Collection number 3 is very good. Have you gotten this
I
yet?
thought that was supposed to be Mississippi only. I saw you all buy that, and I was like, I thought that was Mississippi only.
Not only is it not Mississippi only, but we actually saw it for the first time in a store in Indiana, and they had like 4.5 cases of it. And I was like, if we didn't just buy 2 more from, I can't remember if it was
Seal Box
or Bourbon Outfitters, I can't remember which one. I was like, we would be grabbing 2 of these right now.
I wish we just waited because it would have been so much cheaper.
Well,
but
we got free shipping, so it was equally as cheap.
I saw the hunting video with when you all were looking at the bottles, and I was like, what the hell? Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, we thought the same thing. We thought that they weren't going to be released for like a large scale market, but I was pleasantly surprised. It was also really nice to see it in public.
I like that.
It looks pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm going to put a question on here. We'll circle back to in a minute. This is a good one. But Still Austin 7-year bonded is phenomenal.
Yeah, this one is also super good.
It's like I'll take the comment off for a second. It's like chocolate, and it's got like a milkiness to it, like sort of like a really creamy milk chocolate kind of vibe. There's a little bit of like pepper and baking spice to it because it's high rye. It's crazy good, crazy good. And
Never seen one. Never.
What's that?
Never seen one.
No, I mean they're hovering shelf items. Like you see them, they kind of touch down real quick, and then they're gone.
I feel like another one that we don't give enough praise to is Silk Velvet too. This brand like definitely surprised us a lot during like one of our past Kentucky trips. We wanted things that were like Kentucky only or didn't really leave the state. And that one again is like milk chocolate all day.
Now, I did see Whiskey Weather talk about that one.
Yep.
And so I did have a little FOMO for that one, but I'm trying to tame it right now.
I mean, well, first, if you have FOMO, we can help squash it.
Yeah, we can help with FOMO.
We can talk a little bit later because we have not only that single barrel, but we also have their small batch, which is really, really good. But they're also available on Seal Box, I believe.
Okay.
We have a new member.
We do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mashed on Moron. Love the name. Great call with that one. Amazing audible. Really appreciate you helping support the channel, and don't ever change that screen name. That's amazing.
It stays. Yeah.
I think for other
Love
ones, the Ben Holiday 8 year is great. I don't know if I would put it top. I think Rock Castle Batch 18. You haven't tried this yet, right? The Rock Castle Batch 18 or any of them?
I know you gave me a Rock Castle. I can't remember which one.
Okay.
You gave me a sample.
Probably that one or 19. It has like strawberry cheesecake vibes to it.
I have to pull. I put all my samples. I got old cigar boxes, and I put all my sample bottles in there. So I could go and look.
Real man. We have literally this bar top has like this much space between like the top of the ledge and here, and it's literally just like all full of samples that we just haven't gotten to. And then we have like 2 Booker's boxes that are all samples that we haven't gotten to. And then there's like a literal case of 2-ounce bottles. It's kind of nuts, man. Like it's getting to the point where we need to just start randomly going into the box and be like, what are we drinking tonight? And just pull a random one and just be like, I guess it's Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof.
Or do a lot more lives.
Yeah.
Or buy a lot more Bookers so we can have more boxes.
Yeah. That's true.
Have you all had By the Pond? Have you tried that?
No.
Okay. Now I
So,
had Mighty
right.
Fine Batch. Mighty Fine Batch was the first and last Booker's that I bought because I had a sample of another one. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, you know what? It's just too inconsistent
Mm-hmm.
for me to continue to buy. Um, so I was just kind of trying to figure out was By the Pun worth to buy, or what is it, Barry's Batch,
Yeah.
whether they were worth to buy.
I would say, yeah. The like Bookers vary so much.
Yeah, super inconsistent.
And like around us, we have Longman and Eagle that always gets the new batches in, which is nice. So we can go and try them. But like nothing compares to Pigskin or Kentucky Tea. And they are
Yeah.
like wildly different from each other.
Yep. Yeah. And I think kind of on that note, the Booker's Reserves was like a huge surprise hit for us. We didn't expect to like it at all. When we first heard that it was a tequila finish, I was like, oh, this is going to be trash. Like the 2025 release is going to be garbage. Nobody asked for a tequila finish. Why would they do this? Why do they keep trying to force this on us? And then very quickly, we changed our tune when we tried it at a bottle share for KBF. It was like an after party at Bourbon Chronicles, another YouTuber. We got invited to go to his place. And somebody was like, oh, wait, before you go, you got to try this. Try Beacon, try Booker's Reserves, try this, try that. And I was like, I've already had so much. Okay, fine. What's one other thing to try? And I was like, okay, my palate's still kind of working. We can still taste stuff. We had the Booker's Reserves, and we were like, holy shit, why is this so good? It's like, this should be terrible. This should be god awful. Like, I should not like this at all. And I was like,
good.
Kat, I need a second opinion. You try this.
Honestly, I feel like your son would be super into it because it has like that all of the sharp notes of Booker's, it gets well rounded with the tequila. And I don't know how to explain it, but like the really like sweet peanutty flavors are kind of like toned down and it's just like a little more complex.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have one more bottle kill contribution. This is the Jefferson's cash strength, and it's just under a full pour.
Okay, we definitely sent Kat to the hospital.
This was one that was a surprise hit. We didn't expect to like it, and we actually really love it. So much so that before we made it a third of the way through this bottle, we immediately bought it back up. So we've been slowly sipping this one. I've been sipping more of it than she has.
It's so good though.
It's really, really good and a surprise hit. And then there's like one more that definitely deserves to go in our category. I'm trying to think if it's here. Oh, Rare Saint. That's a really good one. Tanager. Well, that came out last year. Oh yeah, the fuck, I forgot. This one is also on our bottle kill list.
It's time.
It is time. We have about a full ounce in here, or a 2 ounce pour rather, maybe 2.5. I know somebody's gonna have their gut churning right now when they see we're bottle killing this.
It's gonna be savored.
And we do have a backup. Again, it's about enjoying what you have while you have it. We do try to send it out every once in a while. Nick Lepee was one of the lucky recipients of the last pours from this bottle before we bottle killed. And you know, out with the old, in with the new. Whiskey's meant to be enjoyed. If we get a Tanager 2.0, it's going to replace that empty spot. If we don't get it around Thanksgiving, we'll probably put our backup up there and eventually crack it.
Indeed. Or we just hound Nancy until she sent us one.
Nancy doesn't have power to send us stuff, but she does want to do a live stream together, which is great.
Okay, like Nancy, if you want to come on the live stream, then
oh boy,
no.
You're gonna get us canceled.
No way. I'm making a joke. Even Kutlass is laughing. See how he's laughing? Yeah, but this one, it's just so good.
It is really good. It's definitely changed a little bit since the last time we had it, but it still has that like luscious berry note to it.
It does.
But yeah, so Kutlass, I know we've taken up a fair amount of your time here. We did promise you about an hour and a half here. You're more than welcome to continue to stay with us. Otherwise, if you have other plans or you need to get ready for your day tomorrow as an educator, you're more than welcome to bounce. I'd like to give you the option.
Yeah, I stay a little longer. Now, I do want to give a shout out to my guy, Chris Evans. He makes these. This is Torch and Pour.
That's cool.
Bending elbows. So if you smoke cigars or drink whiskey, it's bending elbows either way. I mean, guy, he makes the color coordinated cap. I mean, he has the blue and orange for the Bears, or if you're Auburn, the green and gray for the Philadelphia Eagles. He has, as you see, the maroon and gray. He has an all maroon. He has red and white. He has red and blue. I mean, he does T-shirts as well. He has T-shirts that called Foolproof, and I think one that's called Small Batch. So if you go to torchandpour.com, check him out. So he's local to Memphis. Great guy. Fraternity brother of mine. He comes to the lounge. Really cool guy.
Is he the same person that's like a god level tier for bourbon junkies?
No, he's not.
Okay, there's another Chris Evans that's like a god level tier for them. And for the longest time, I thought it was like the actor Chris Evans. I'm like, holy shit, that's really cool. I'm like, Chris Evans is a really big bourbon head.
You'd never think that looking at how jacked he is in every movie.
But think about like Jason Momoa. Before every scene, he would like chug a Guinness. Yeah. So I'm like, maybe before every scene of Avengers, he was just like taking a shot of whiskey.
And that's why he always looks sweaty.
I feel like I am so gullible, I can even make myself gullible.
I didn't say anything. I'm just glad we got it on camera.
You make me cry with your sad stories.
I didn't make you cry. I didn't force you to cry.
Oh man. No, I'm having a great time.
Yeah. Kutlass, tell us, what does the future look like for your channel? What do you want to do with it? Where do you want it to go?
I want to start doing more reviews. I wasn't confident with reviews because one, they were the lowest. I hate to say lowest rating, but it was the lowest viewed of my videos. So I want to get more, do more review videos. And I've been talking with the Whiskey Panda. I mean, this guy is awesome. I mean, he moved to IG. He was on YouTube. He's moved to Instagram, and he has blown up. Companies are starting to send him bottles now.
That's amazing.
So, I would love to be on that level, but I am definitely nowhere near his level. But I want to do more reviews. I think mine are more. And he and I had a conversation, and he kind of told me, and I don't know if I should say this, but he kind of put it out there like, most people when they do review videos, they kind of script what they're gonna say. And he told me, he was like, man, when you do reviews, it's like, just straight off, you just say what you're feeling right at the moment. And so I don't necessarily make it look or sound eloquent, but what I'm getting right then and there. And so I want to do that. But, if it's still, the viewership is low, I mean, that's fine, but I would like to do more review videos, but I do love doing the hunting videos, but it's just finding the time
Yeah.
to do the hunting videos.
It's
With the
so
pool.
much time allocated to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I agree. I think like even like one of our favorite reviewers is Jason from the Mash and Drum. And I feel like his reactions during his lives are so much more genuine than when he does like his videos, because I know like the minute he tries it and he's like, meh, I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry about that bottle anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when he's like,
Yeah.
holy moly, I'm like, okay, I gotta go chase this one. You know?
I'm not, I love watching Jason, man. I mean, I love watching. I don't know if I'm going to say that his palate and my palate align, but if he says something is, and I've never heard him say something is trash, but if he's not enjoying something, then I definitely will pass on it. But if he feels like, if I pick up that he's really enjoying a pour, then I'm going to look for it. I may not find it, but I'm going to look for it.
Yeah.
May not like the price point, but I'm going to look for it. You know?
I totally get that. And like reviews are kind of hard to break into in general, just because we're competing with people that have been doing this for like 5-10 years.
Yeah.
The trade-off is some of those people are starting to no longer find value in it. So some of them are starting to stop doing content creation, or they're scaling back their purchases, which for them is great if it makes sense for how they've been approaching everything. I'm sure it gets to a point where it's not really sustainable anymore.
And having to be the first is always hard too.
Yeah, because then that gets expensive.
Yeah.
Especially like using Jason as an example, he spent like $400 for Eagle Rare 12, I think, which is insane. But he was the first one on the market to do a review. So it's kind of hard to compete with that. But like the genuine nature of like the review is definitely very important. And we kind of try to do that with our shorts. Like we don't script it. We just do it in the moment. And then we figure out the notes in the moment. And then we basically just repeat them until they sound natural. So
he can do it better than I can. Most of the time I'm like, this has a little bit of cherry. Fuck.
Yeah, this one has a lot of cherry and it tastes like cherry. And I'm like, nope. Say
No.
it has a flavor that tastes a lot like cherry. And she's like, okay, this has cherry flavor.
Cherry flavor.
Nope. One more time. Do it again. It has to sound natural.
Reviews definitely are not my natural state. Like I much rather
definitely not mine.
I much rather do like funny videos that like are a little more engaging. But
Quirky.
I do see like the value in reviews, because especially when you find those people that like have the same like flavor palette as you, you're like, okay, like I know it's worth the hunt now.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, when I found batch 12 of the E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof, not batch 12, batch 14, so the newest one, I was like, nobody has it. Nobody's done a review. You know, I had to actually call Buffalo Trace and, is this legit? And so the guy was like, yeah, it's the same proof as a previous batch. And I was like, okay, we're good. And I tried to rush and put out a review of batch 14 because no one else had one. And so nobody knew who the hell I was.
Yeah.
So I got a few people that was like, hey, I hadn't seen any other people do a review yet. But, like I said, the reviews are my lowest of the viewership. So, but, I was just trying to hurry up and put out a review of it, not thinking, hey, well, dude, it doesn't matter, because how many people are actually watching your review videos of anything?
Yeah.
You know?
You have to have that like viral hook where you're like, is this the whiskey of the year?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's not. But it's close.
But it's close. You might enjoy it.
It might be in third place.
Enjoy.
But yeah, like being first to the market is definitely very important if you want to stand out in these things. Like to kind of bookend this, like the Tanager, we were the first second people to put it out on YouTube. The first person had there wasn't a lot of polish to how we did the review, so I imagine that probably impacted the overall clickability of it. And not to say that we're a perfect package for how we do things. We're definitely flawed, and we keep growing as we go. But we got 2,000 views for a review, which at the time was the most we've ever gotten for a review.
Usually it was around 50 to 200.
Yeah.
And we're 2,000.
Yeah.
We are doing really well.
And then what was it? Jeremy Sears? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Jeremy?
Sears?
That guy.
Yeah.
That guy, however you pronounce his name. He put out a review on day 2 of our video being out, and then there was no more growth on it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. That makes sense. You have 1 million subscribers versus 2,000 and something. I get it. But we were that close to being on the hot spot for getting that kind of traction, which is great when you can do it. And like you said, if nobody's putting out a review for it yet, people are going to gravitate towards it, and they're going to be like, okay, well, I don't know who this person is, but they're the only person doing it. I'm going to give it a shot and see, what they think about it. And that's a great way to get on the ground floor. The hard part is doing it consistently. And unless you want to spend major money, there's no way to do that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Right.
But I think just being honest, people just want honesty, but there's so much that goes into content creation. I'm not going to get into it now, but even the people that I follow, I want them to be real. I don't want them to be super fake. And I want them to just be themselves. And if you're doing something quirky, if you're doing something interesting, I'm going to give you a follow. But if you're just following trends, it's so boring seeing the same thing over and over.
Yeah. So we go ahead.
I was going to ask, is there a bottle that you've picked up that you regret picking up?
Oh.
Lately, we've been really good at not picking up unenjoyable bottles. I think one of our first regrets was Laws.
A loss.
See, you can tell it hit her real deep there. It was Laws 4-grain. And to this day, we stand on the hill of that's the worst whiskey brand that we've ever tried. It's completely irredeemable. If you like it, it makes sense for your palate. We're not dogging on your palate.
Maybe you're from Colorado and you want to support your state.
Yeah, we're dogging on the overall complexity of it. It doesn't have a lot going on. It's just the yeasty 4-grain. That's not for us. But we've done it in a panel of other people on a guest spot for somebody else's podcast, and literally everyone. I'm going to put this comment up. I'm going to put this up for juxtaposition. Every single person that we talked to was yeah, this isn't great. I think it was 5 people on the panel. So for a sample size that's relatively small, but the fact that each person was yeah, I don't think this is very good, was a sign that we're okay, it's not just us. Other people also agree that this isn't very good.
I think it's just the matzo kind of flavor. It just was not any of our jams. It was just too bready. And I would also say the one that I kind of regret that we did pay secondary for, just a little over, not super terrible. 1792 cognac. That one felt so flat.
Yeah.
It was not worth paying over the price tag.
I would agree. That's the one that we were okay. I think we paid $70 for it.
80. We paid $80.
That's right. It was $80. And I was all right, that's $20 cheaper than Unicorn Auctions plus the gavel fee. Sure, whatever. It's fine.
I would drink Sagamore cognac all day compared to 1792's weak sauce.
You're comparing the god of finished whiskeys to a repackaged flop from Thomas S. More.
What about you? What was your one that you regretted?
Oh man. Dang, maybe I shouldn't have asked that question.
And it's okay
Um,
to like offend people. I feel like it has so many different palettes that if we all liked the same thing, like a lot of these brands would not exist.
Yeah, that's true.
I love
Give this to you before I kill it.
Oh,
in the beginning. I really liked. I'm not gonna say in the beginning, but I do like Blue Note Uncut Unfiltered. I mean, if you pick the right store pick, I mean, you get an outstanding bottle, especially when you were able to get the Survivor barrels. Those were really, really good.
Were those the ones that toppled over?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, those we had
yeah,
one of those and it blew us
so
away.
good.
yeah. I got a pick from a store, and I really don't like this store. I hate this store. Their allocated bottles are almost uber secondary. Um, Shelfers are overpriced as well, but I mean their store picks are right on point as far as price. But I got it because it was a Blue Note Uncut. It was a store pick, and I got it. It was the worst Blue Note I ever had. I couldn't even finish it. I took it to the lounge. Nobody drank.
I
I
hate
put it
that.
on the table so that people could drink from it. Nobody drank from it. It was horrible. It was terrible. Um,
That's when
uh,
you have to like go up to people and be like, "Do you want to try the most interesting pour I've ever had?" And they're like, "Yes." And you're like, "Good."
yeah, it
Inside.
was.
I'm not gonna say it outside.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's $50 that's gone. I'll never get that $50 back again. It's gone.
That's such a bummer because like there are so many good Blue Note bottles
Yeah,
that like when you find a dud, you're like, do I actually like this brand?
yeah,
Are
right.
they like changing and I'm never gonna like them ever again? Like it makes you second guess, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. There have been very few bottles like that. I mean, we in the beginning of like bourbon hunting pre-YouTube days, we would just kind of try a little bit of anything. If people are like, "Oh, this is really good," we'd be like, "Okay, we'll try it. You say it's good, we trust you."
Yeah.
Now, like, we need a little more context. Like, tell me what the flavor is. Tell me what it's like. So if we go to a place and nobody knows what the bottle is, immediately I'm like, I'm pulling up Google. Like, if I can't find information within the first minute of searching, I might not buy it.
Yeah.
If it's something that there's literally no information at all, like the distillery just goes, "This is a brand we carry," and I'm like, okay, what are the flavor notes? What's the proof? What's the batch size? Are you sourcing? Are you whatever? If they just go, "This is our own distillate," I go, cool, I'll give it a shot. So the threshold for that is probably like $40 and under.
Yeah.
If it's from like a no-name brand and it's like $40, I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. But if it's
Okay.
like 60, 70, 80, $90, I'm like, nah, not happening.
Or it's your
Wow.
first iteration and you're coming out with like $120. I'm like, what are you doing? Come on.
Nah.
Yeah, what are they, Blue Run?
Blue Run. Oh no.
That would be one of our last big mistakes.
That was a big mistake. And that was a drain pour for us too.
Yeah, we got about halfway through and we're like, this is trash. Get rid of it. Couldn't even bring ourselves to share it with people or do anything. Like we were just like, no, I'm done with it. Try to use it in cocktails, doesn't work. Try doing highballs with it, didn't work. It's like, I'm over this. Just get rid of it. It's taking up space.
And the notorious Sagamore Imperial IPA stuff. It's so bad.
Yeah. Which reminds me, Dan Torrey, I know you like Imperial Stouts or finishes with your whiskey. We still have 75% full bottle.
When you come to our event on the 12th, do you want us to bring it for you?
Yeah, please let us know in the comments, and please get this burden out of our hands. This is another good question. I love all the questions from the comments today. Trend line for brand that is almost always worth the hunt, and I'm assuming that is at secondary pricing, no matter the proof or the finish. So like across the board, regardless of price point or variation of release, is that you would always get anytime you see it.
Ooh, damn.
I know that's a tough one, right?
Ugh.
I already know what the answer is for me. It's going to be ironic.
Of course.
I would have said last year, I probably would have said 107, but no, I can't say it at any price point now. No.
They're like, it's $3.50. Do you want it? And you're like, it's a $50 bottle.
No. Man, you know what? Almost, I'm not gonna say at any price point, but my first stag I bought, it was $199. Don't tell my wife, okay?
I'm going to scrub this video from the internet. Don't worry about it.
We can take it out in YouTube studio.
Okay. I mean, but that was one of my first unicorns. You know, my self-proclaimed unicorn. But now it's like, and it's crazy, this year I haven't seen any stag. Previously, I mean, I was stumbling over stag. I would pass it up because I already had a bottle. But this year I haven't seen one bottle.
Your region had a lot of stag for some reason. Ours is always just like hidden behind like the back room, or it's like a ridiculous price.
Now there's a store here that when they first get something, they'll put it out. Once it's what's on the shelf, once it sells out, you have to ask someone, do you have this? And then they'll go get it if they have it. Or if they don't have it, they'll tell you where it is. Because there's in Tennessee, it's supposed to be legal to have. It's supposed to be legal to own 2 stores. But there's a store here that actually has 2 stores, and I don't know how they finagled it. Whatever they did, maybe family members, you know, whatever they did, but they're able to communicate with one another and say, if I don't have it, then I know that store has it. So they can call that store and say, hey, do you have it?
I hate that.
You know, so, you know, I was able to get a stag store pick that way.
Nice.
But I mean, I have not seen one, but I have not been to that store at all in the past few weeks either. The past couple of months, I haven't been to that store. So I'm not going to say I haven't seen it because I just haven't really tried to find it either. But usually stag is one of those things that, you know, if I see it, as long as it's not crazy priced, less than $150, then I'll get it.
I would agree. That wasn't the answer I was going to go with, but I do agree with you. Stags are almost always solid.
I mean, we said that during our B Liquors video. Like, we just love stag. It's the one Buffalo Trace product that we will continue to like hunt for. And like, there are some batches that are like okay versus others, but I mean, it's a stag, so I'm always going to be happy and be like, yes, dark cherry and like chocolate, and it's just so yummy. Yeah, I would agree.
The original answer I was going to say, which is ironic given what I said a minute ago, is going to be Sagamore.
I think Rock Castle is another one
Yeah.
that we will always go and try and hunt for as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. They're phenomenal. Everything that they're doing is good. Even the releases that aren't as good as the previous ones are equally as good for a brand flavor profile.
Yeah.
Now, what's the brand that the popcorn? What's that brand?
Journeyman's that did like the oval Redenbacher popcorn one.
Okay, I know. Dave said he actually liked that one. I know you all were kind of making a joke that it wasn't all that, but
The laws one.
No, popcorn. We were talking about Whiskey Acres popcorn wasn't the
okay,
best.
Whiskey Acres. That's it. Yeah,
Whiskey
yeah,
Acres.
yeah.
I think it's just too thin on the palate for me. I feel like the flavor is there and then it's just like gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whiskey Acres has a little bit too much graininess for my liking.
And a little too greeny. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the like climate up there in like northern Michigan.
For who?
Whiskey Acres?
DeKalb.
Oh, Illinois. I don't know. It's hard because like Jepson's makes really good bourbon, but they're also getting like barrels that have already been sitting in Kentucky. So then you're getting like some good like, aging in there. If I didn't have a bunch of bottle kills, I could explain this better. But
no, they just don't have the right conditions because DeKalb is not really like a metropolitan city. So there's a lot of open, empty space that's basically like underdeveloped plots of land, or or the rick houses are too exposed to the elements. So it just doesn't really age right. I mean, like you've been to Chicago, you know what it's like. Hot summers and cold winters. You don't really have heat cycling. So you basically are just exposed to the elements in a giant warehouse, and it's not really going to do a lot.
Especially during our winters where like there isn't a ton of sunlight during them. So the rick houses really aren't getting hot at all during those seasons. It's just staying cold.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a lot of feelings about like whiskey made in the Midwest, but there are some brands that just do it so well. So it's hard. I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah. Definitely agree with all that. I also have a question that I've had up here for just a minute. For the three of us, what are our dream pours? I know what yours is.
Dream pour?
Yeah.
What is my dream pour?
I'm going to interpret this as like, this could be dream bottles, but specifically something that like you have to have. I already know what your answer is.
Oh, yeah. Kutlass, if you do have, I mean, I'll tell you mine. Mine is Parker's Curacao. That's like my one white whale where I just do not want to pay secondary, but I really want it. So, yeah. My birthday is in July. If anyone wants to give me a really good gift.
I'm starting to do the Shannon Sharp meme now.
Every once in a while, it is on unicorn auctions. You can get a coupon code.
Yeah. My dream pour is, that's tougher. I knew yours before I knew mine.
I would also say the old Raleigh Curacao bottle or barrel that we never got to try.
Well, we don't know what it tastes like.
But I'm sure it was delicious and I would want to try it.
This is going to be tough. Dream bottle for me is probably Ancient H 10-star, 10-year. Because I had it once. I had it from the 90s when I worked at Longman and Eagle. Somebody ordered it and I got like a little straw taste from it. And immediately I was like, what? I was like, this is made by Buffalo Trace? And they're like, yeah, it's like a shelfer. And I was like, a shelfer? This is a shelfer? And they're like, well, it's discontinued. And I was like, God damn it. How am I ever going to find this bottle for a reasonable price? And $500 is reasonable-ish.
No, it is not for something that was like $18
For something that is discontinued for like almost a decade. It's not that bad.
Thank you, Kutlass.
Like, I'm not gonna do it, but if somebody's ever like, I'll trade you, and all I want in exchange is like
a pappy,
a bunch of shit that you don't care about, I'm gonna be like, do you have 2 of them? Because I'll trade you all of this. I'm gonna make it rain fucking whiskey bottles on you. I don't care.
Oh gosh. I guess mine would be I guess same for you, like an ordinary shelfer. I would want a wild turkey paper label.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good one.
I would love to find one. I found and I didn't buy it, which I don't know why I didn't. Wild turkey paper label rye, sitting on the shelf, and I know where to go and get it. I'm just not a rye guy, but I'm trying to get more into ryes. But I may end up picking it up before the month is over with, if it's still there. Hopefully, it's still there. It was like $25.
How much?
But
How much?
25. 25.
Go get it.
What?
Yeah. But I don't see the paper label, just the bourbon. I would love to find just the paper label. And I'm not trying to get it to flip it or anything. I just love the nostalgia of those type of old type of bottles. I like I call it the sexy shoulder Maker's Mark bottles, the old school Maker's Mark bottles. I love the shape of those.
Yeah.
Back when they like cared about like what whiskey also like actually looked like because it wasn't selling.
And the proof inside the bottle.
In the proof, yeah.
Yeah, there was a store that had a case sitting on the shelf, the old Maker's Mark bottles, and I said I was gonna go and get, a couple bottles of those old school Maker's Mark bottles, and the store closed. I mean, it's gone. Nothing is inside the store anymore. It just closed, and I was so upset, that I didn't get those bottles. And you just can't find those old school bottles anymore.
I mean, we saw one not that long ago.
I mean, if we see one,
it was on the south side.
Yeah,
we were doing the looking for stores for the ANS video.
I have one. I just wanted a backup of one because I wanted to open one of the, the bottle that I do have. I just wanted a backup.
Yeah,
but I'm cool. I mean, it's no big thing. I'm cool, but I do want the paper label Wild Turkey 101.
If we see them, we'll let you know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know a place that still has them. The same untouched gem that we got the first 101 rye from. It's like right around the corner from us. If we can find it and you still have a hard time getting it, like we'll let you know.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I got a question here. This is probably a good thing to talk about because we haven't talked about it yet. If you are in the Chicagoland area, we are going to be at Royal Food and Liquor for their Bourbon Trails event. They're going to be pouring out a bunch of different things, different labels that they carry, different brands that they're trying to highlight and showcase. Little asterisk here. They've been in the bourbon business for like a year roughly. So they're trying to like assess their clientele. We happen to intersect that like first 9 months with like, hey, can we film here? And now they're like, we need to figure out like what we want to carry. So you have a chance to try everything that they have available. There's a ton of different brands. There's information on Discord, probably Instagram as well, Patreon, YouTube, and the posts feature. We are going to be at the event this Saturday. We are going to be pouring out our picks. We have a Dark Arts, we have 2 Limestone Farms barrels, and we have 2 New Riff.
1 bourbon, 1 rye.
Yeah. So if you want to meet us, if you want to just try our product, if you like, let me put it this way. Don't be scared to come and say hi if you're already going to come in. We actually encourage it. We want to meet the people that make what we do possible. If you want just a handshake, great. If you just want to say hi, great. If you want a bottle signed, we'll do that for you too. But we're going to be there to taste it all out. We want to meet you guys. if you're going, say hi. We want to say hi back.
Man, if you guys haven't met Chris and Kat, man, these are two of the coolest people. I mean, so down to earth. I met Kat before I met Chris.
Yeah.
I mean, so cool, so laid back. So, guys, I mean, so approachable.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think
I mean, two wonderful
Robert,
people.
you and I talked for like what, an hour
Yeah,
in like a parking lot. And, like
yeah.
it felt like maybe 10 minutes of us talking. It was just you're just such a great guy. I'm so glad that we kind of connected and found our paths together. So yeah, whenever I'm in Tennessee, I am definitely going to say hi.
You see Mauricio here.
We are cool, but we're not cool guys. That's the important part.
Ooh, this is an important question. Any chance of a Kutlass bonding over bourbon pick?
Ooh.
I would say never. We're kind of quietly working on a way to start distributing our own picks. We would be using a third party, which if all things work out, we can basically, as long as we guarantee sales, we could probably get an unlimited amount of barrels.
We talk Old Soul into letting us do a single barrel
They probably would. And we're definitely going to need your feedback as well for this Kutlass, especially brands that are like local, that are cool, that don't get large scale distribution around your neck of the woods. We would love to start plugging brands that are just super slept on and really underrated. But I mean, if you're open to the idea, I'm open to the idea.
Hey, yes, indeed. Yes, sir.
Bonding over high proof.
Bonding over high proof. Bonding over Kutlass. I love it. I'll make the tater sticker. You know it'll happen.
Yeah, sorry. Never mind. I was going to say a thing. I'm not going to say it.
We are one sip away from all the bottles that we were planning on killing.
Yeah. Oh, I just took a sip.
I just took a sip.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is also probably a good place to start to wind it down. I will put this one up there because I want to put it in your view here, Kutlass. Old Glory pick, 100%. 100% want it.
That would be good.
If we can get an Old Glory bonded pick or a single barrel pick, 100% want it.
Yeah, I hear that they are dropping some really good stuff. I know Major Zero did a pick with them. I think the last time I saw it, maybe less than 60 bottles left at the store that his pick was selling from. So, but I've been hearing really good things about Old Glory. So
they're good.
Yeah,
they're good. We have a bonded that we got.
So good.
We got the word on it through Todd from Whiskey Sippers. He got a sample for us, and we were like so amazed by it. We're like, wow, this is underrated. Like, this is a small craft brand. He's like, yeah, they're just kind of local-ish to the adjacent to Kentucky area. And I was like, yeah, sign me up. How do I get a bottle? He's like, oh, it's sold out. I was like, okay, cool. But thankfully we were able to get one, and we absolutely loved it. They're making really good stuff. Really underrated for a craft brand.
and crazy thing, I haven't had any of their stuff yet, but as soon as I see it, I'm definitely try it. But I've really been hearing good things about them. So I think Clarksville.
The best way to try it is at a single barrel tasting. And you're like, I'm going to ruin my palate for every single release of yours.
Or we can work on getting you some samples.
True.
Also that. But on that note, we are starting to hit pumpkin time, at least for this one. And
I'm an old lady.
I know we have an educator that needs to worry about children.
I know, yeah.
Kutlass, thank you so much for joining us. Really, really appreciate you. I think
Thank
this
you
is
guys
probably,
for having me.
I think this is probably one of the longest live streams that we've done. And it just felt like, rather than like, oh, we should cut this short, I was like, no, this should keep going. Like, this is fun. This is great.
Yeah.
Great engagement from the chat here. I'd love to have you on here. Everything that we've talked about has been
Absolutely.
fun and awesome and interesting. Thanks for getting deep with us. Thanks for getting silly with us. Like this has been a roller coaster of fun for us.
Yeah. Same for me, man. I've enjoyed this immensely. I appreciate it. I was apprehensive at first, but man, I have really enjoyed it. I mean, you guys are the greatest. I mean, I have a great rapport with you guys. I know we've text from time to time, but I mean, this has been great.
Well, it's the first of many.
Robert, if you make me cry again, I am going to block you on every media.
How dare you?
No, thank you again. I think that you're just such a stellar person, and I'm so glad that our paths have crossed, and
Yes.
I can't wait to have you on again.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, we are going to call it here. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate all of you. Can't wait to do something like this again. Don't forget, December 11th, we are doing a huge giveaway. Huge giveaway. No better giveaway. Everyone knows it. You know it. It is going to be massive for Christmas. Agent Orr giving away all of the goodies for all your whiskey needs.
I'm selling feet pics at the same time, so make sure you tune in.
That's how he's paying for all his bourbon.
Give me the link. I'll support you.
Well, have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and we can't wait to see you in a month.
And we are Bonding Over Bourbon. This is Kutless High Proof, and we will catch you next time.
All right.